I'm live, by the way. Mhm. Good day, everyone. Good day. How are we doing? You know how we like to start the day. When I say good day, say it back. Because when I give you good positive energy, I expect the positive energy to come back. Because I can feel that shit. When you type in good day, I feel that shit. Absolutely. 100% feel it. I feel the greatness. Because we are a great thing that we are building together. Y'all are making me greater every single day. We are doing this together. We are a fast moving airplane right now, and we are building this plane as we fly this thing and as we navigate ourselves through this tremendous thing called life. Man, it's so awesome to be with y'all. It's so awesome to have y'all on my team. I'm so proud to be a part of y'all team. It's a really good feeling. I really appreciate y'all. Seriously. Every last one of y'all for being here. Everybody that's hitting the goddamn like button. Everybody that's hit the share button. Everybody that's subscribed, hit the notification. Make sure you do that. Shout out to our brand new members. Make sure you become a member. We are going to be doing members only content very soon. So you're going to want to be a part of that as we keep mining through the truth of the matter in 2024. Because we are here to rebel against remedial rhetoric. Because there's a lot of it going around. And it's time to end the shit. It is over. It's done. All that bullshit rhetoric is done. It's over. We are going to crack those down one day at a time. That's right. We're going to stay consistent. We're going to stay implement things in our lives when we see it fit. We're going to implement those things in our lives today because a procrastinator's favorite day of the week is tomorrow. And their favorite time on a watch is later. I don't have that on my clock. Do you? So, I enjoy y'all. Let me do this right here. So today, what I want to talk about, I want to delve deep into the dynamics of relationship and examine a crucial aspect that significantly influence our strength. So commonalities versus values. That's what I want to do. So I think it's subtle yet impactful differences between the two factors. Understanding commonalities in a relationship goes beyond shared interests or hobbies. We're gonna explore how commonalities go hand in hand, shared experiences, values, goals, forming the foundation of a thriving partnership. Because y'all love that word partnership. I really don't like it too much, but it is a word that y'all are most comfortable with. Because the women have a problem with the word submission, which I understand because nobody uses the word submission in public. Nobody has ever been on a date and say, hey, are you a very submissive woman? Because that's what I'm looking for. That's never happened, as I understand it. Ladies, have you ever been on a date and they said, listen, ma'am, you ask him, so what are the things that you like in a woman? He says, submissive. Has that ever happened? No. I don't think so. So I'm gonna go with partnership because that's what y'all like to say. So I'm a acquiesce to y'all. So we gotta identify our nurturing commonalities. Couples can establish a stronger bond and find joy in exploring shared passions. I want to emphasize the importance of aligning values in a relationship. Values such as trust, honesty, respect, openness. It all plays a pivotal role in maintaining a healthy partnership. That's the word I like to use. We're going to discuss how as we overlap in the groundwork of effective communication, compromise, and long-term compatibility throughout this discussion. All right, that's what we're going to do here today. So I want to know y'all thoughts as well. Shout out to Jalen OG. What's up, Jay? What you going to email me about? See, Spirit, good to see you here. Good day. I would like to know what you was going to email me about. So what do y'all think so far? Commonalities versus values. Which one do you hold high in regard? Are you more excited that y'all read the same book and watch the same movies and got like the same basketball team? What I think is common, that is a common mistake that people make in relationships and building a partnership. Just go and check after yesterday's show, but when you did the 1,000 parties, so I saw you was okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Jenny, because it was a lot for me emotionally. We put a lot of energy, and I think it was great because a lot of people got to open up about certain traumas in their life, and I appreciate that. You know, Jay, I really did. I appreciated that, and it was very overwhelming for me because I believe I am some kind of a what's up, Ice Tray? I believe that I am a natural protector of other human beings more than myself. And so when I was seeing the ladies pour their hearts out yesterday, I felt it. Like I say, when y'all talk to me, I feel that shit, and I felt I needed that protection. So I appreciate everybody that opened up to me yesterday, like because it's important that we get these things off our chest. Sometimes we are holding some big burdens on our chest, and nobody fucking knows. So I was very proud yesterday as well that the SBG Simp Nation, we got together and we just keep continuously to build. Even though me and him don't agree on every single thing, we're able to create a space where we could disagree respectfully. AC Ball 1, he says values matter more because your values shouldn't change, nor should they have a price tag. I mean, with the word value and something not having a price tag, that is a great. I don't know if it shouldn't have a price tag. I think it needs a price tag. It's just that I don't think it should be monetary money, but I think it needs to have a price tag. I think if you are the so-called prize, you know, we had this conversation plenty times here, is that the man or the woman, neither one of them are the prize. The relationship is the prize. She has to come into the relationship whole. She is a perfectly well human, functioning human being by herself. You are a whole functioning human being by yourself, but together, y'all are greater. So that makes the relationship the prize. However, that gotta come with a cost. The Black Sheep, good day to you. Thank you for being here. So it has to come with a cost. It has to. But I like where you're going with that. I do. So in any relationship, it's important to have things in common with your partner. However, have you ever considered the difference between the commonalities and the values, right? Commonalities are the shared interests and activities that bring you together. They can be hobbies, TV shows, and even a love adventure. Hiking, we were talking about that last night, hiking through the woods. However, values, on the other hand, are fundamental beliefs and principles that define you as a person. They shape your perception of the world, that guides your actions. While commonalities may provide initial, it will provide you initial excitement and spark. Values are the foundation of a strong and lasting relationship. Where am I off at? I want to know. Am I off? So far with my thoughts right now, am I off? Something having a cost and something having a price tag are two different things. Please explain. I would like for you to expound on that. Having a cost and a price tag. I guess maybe I'm looking at the words a little too strongly. It's probably just semantics. Yeah, price tag and cost. What will be your idea of the difference between a price tag and cost? I would like to know.
Can I say?
You would like to say?
Yeah.
Sure.
The cost is how much it costs to do something, to make something. Like for example, it costs $5 to make a dish. But
Right.
price tag is how much you sell it for.
Mm.
That's the difference.
Mm. A cost can simply be a sacrifice. The cost of being a great human being, I had to sacrifice my time, my health. I had to sacrifice my health to make money. That could be a cost. I had to sacrifice my whole phase to be a wife. That's what you talk about, AC Ball One. These women got to sacrifice their whole phase to become a wife. That's the cost. However, guess what? That cost goes both ways. It goes both ways. A lot of men think they could just go out there and pump and dump. It's not healthy for you at all. And that's where we go with the values thing. A lot of men believe that they could just, they've been conditioned to believe this remedial rhetoric that they could go ahead and pump and dump as many women as they can, and it does not affect them later on in life. It is a false equivalency. Some men can do it and some women can do it. That's why we got prostitutes and we got pimps and we got some men that do not ever want to settle this, want to go and spread their love all around, and they have no problem with it. However, I do not believe that is the normal for most people. Good day, Takima Renee. No, men as well. We got to stop thinking that we could be a hoe at some early stage in our life, and then all of a sudden we can make a switch at 30 and surprise, surprise, you're a good man. Nah. It's not going to work. It's not great advice to give. Can it happen? Absolutely. Can human beings change? Absolutely. But however, the advice that we got to give to the youth that is looking for this information, and when they hear it, we cannot feed them remedial rhetoric saying that men are just all boys is going to be boys, and they got to go out there and put their peen in everything that has a heartbeat or not. Thank you, Natasha. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for always rocking out with me, being patient with me as I grow. Natasha is somebody that's also helped me grow throughout this YouTube space. So that goes to show that this is not just about me. This is about us together. We all build together. This is something that we are building together. Because when I first started, this thing was a mess. And y'all helped me shape and mold it because we wound up having the same core values. We didn't just have commonalities with each other. And that's why we are building this plane so beautifully, and it's flying high, and we are ascending. I know why. Because it's why. Tezzy K, good to see you. D, the degenerate. I don't know if I like this degenerate name. We're gonna have to change the D, gotta stand for something else. Hey yo. Gotta stand for something else. And yes, so that's why I think we gotta be careful of the commonalities. Yes, people are usually opposites usually attract. I do agree with that. Often opposites attract. However, I don't know if opposites work in long-term relationships. I don't know. It's something I never dived into, but I know I hear it often. I don't know why. It just came in my mind. Do opposites? I mean, it does because it makes for a good conversation. You always go back and forth. Big dog barking. What's good with you? Good day to see you. I'm about to think about the opposites attract thing. I think it's very interesting. And also, I need some of y'all to become some members. We need more memberships. We need at least 10 memberships today. I appreciate that. If we could do that, that would be lovely. Because I am creating specifically members only content. And also we're going to be, as we build these memberships up, we're going to have it as the members is only going to be able to talk. So that could wean out some of the people that come here to just derail conversations when we are building together, as we building these thoughts together, and as we implement the new information in our life today, because a procrastinator's favorite day of the week is tomorrow. So we need y'all to become members quick, fast, in a hurry, so we can start having members only, so we can have respectable chats at all times, respectable commentary at all times. Because we know there's a lot of people that come over here to sabotage for no reason. Natasha was here in the beginning when they used to come over here and corn bomb me every single day until I understood how to work the damn thing. Good day, Easy Money Jones. So yes, I need y'all to become members. We need 10 members today. It's not expensive. It ain't gonna break nobody's wallet. So let's do it. Let's keep on building. Lana Love. Always looking from up above. I appreciate you. Lay, good day to you as well. American Negro sounds great. I appreciate that. Yes, that is the ideal right there. So it's what I'm trying to create. You know, we gotta, and everybody in the Sip Nation, his thing is moving the way how it's supposed to move. His members is always showing me great love. The link is pinned to the top of the chat if anybody want to come. Oh, damn. You know, my young brother, he always got to put me on the game. I mean, yeah.
These old people.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Another love. See? What I do without my young boy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, look at that. Shout out to Natasha. She has gifted someone. She had gifted Easy Money Jones. He is now a Solution Bank gangster. Shout out to you, Natasha. I appreciate you. You always showing love and been rock with me even when I was with my beautiful free-forming locks. Robin M. always show me love and support. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the solution-based gangsters as we are mining through the truth, because that's what we're here to do. It don't matter if it's me or somebody else. As long as it's the truthful thing, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to move accordingly. As new information come along, if we was moving one way on Monday and now on Saturday we got some new information, we have to move accordingly. It's not me, it's the truth. And we're going to keep on building this thing together. So far, y'all rock with me. I have no complaints. I have no pushback yet. So as we're going to keep mining through my thoughts of, so we got to embrace the similarities. But remember that values will be the compass that gives your relationship through life ups and downs. And hopefully your ups and downs are in the bedroom, in between the sheets. Hopefully that's where most of our ups and downs is at. You understand? And hopefully your life is like Italian bread. Very long with a lot of dough in the middle. Shout out to my guy, Dark Lake Revive. What it do, sir? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm good. Just wanted to piss off a couple people in the chat. Just by showing up. Just by showing up.
You know they could boot your ass if they want to. We ain't even
Of course. No. It'll do great for your show, so it'll be all right either way.
No, I want to build great conversations because I believe you are somebody that is looking for a strong, powerful relationship. But sometimes I think you get a little crazy with your ideology. Shout out to my girl, always showing me some love and support. I appreciate you so much. Hey, Robin, she gifted 5 new memberships, so we got 5 new solution-based gangsters. So that's 6 altogether. We are 4 away from the goal. Appreciate you, Robin M. Always showing me love. Thank you. Somebody that used to kick my ass in the chat at all times. Always held me accountable, made me change the way how I thought. So I really appreciate Robin. She's another example of somebody holding me accountable and as we mine through the truth, because we don't agree all the times. However, when she's speaking the facts, I gotta concede to that when it's there and when it's done. And I also believe that one of these days, Doc Lakers will come. He's like, Sharon, look, I got this beautiful woman. I never screamed at her, I never cursed at her, I never called her outside her name, and I love her. I wrote a song about her.
I've written songs about. I write songs about chicks all the time. I got a date tomorrow. That's all good. So it's whatever.
You have a date tomorrow? Jalen OG, she has gifted 5 new solution-based gangsters as we are mining through the truth, and we got 5 new members that is going to be focusing on the truth as well. We have reached our goal, so I appreciate everybody. Thank you, Jalen, Robert M, Natasha. Thank y'all all for creating this. We some new solution-based gangsters, and we are going to keep moving strongly, and we are going to mine out these goddamn trolls for sure. They ain't going to keep bothering us every goddamn day. Welcome to the stage, my girl, Leah. How you doing, baby?
Hi, sorry, I was just writing you at the back just to say I can stay behind. I didn't notice that Dark Lake was on that. So.
Oh, okay. You want me to drop you down for a little bit, or?
Yeah, no. If you guys want to have a conversation, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Dark Lake don't have no ill will towards no woman, correct, Dark Lake?
If you're spewing not just a woman, but man or woman, if you're spewing things that I think is incorrect or harmful, yeah, I got ill will toward the rhetoric, yeah.
What was the
but not just because you're a woman, though.
But you gotta start making sure you distinct that, because you do have a reputation.
I got a reputation.
Hold on 1 second. I'm not scared of Dark Lake. I thought that I didn't know what the conversation was, so that's the reason. That's the reason why we're saying I could hold off at the back until you finish a conversation.
So you want me to drop you down, or are you good?
No, we're good.
Okay. So Doc, like, you do have a repetition of being a little more impatient with women. Do you not? Do you agree with that?
Impatient with ignorance, not impatient with women.
Okay, but that might be true in your mind. However, how it looks on optic wise, it looks like it's impatient with women.
I've had great conversations with women before on panels and in real life.
I think you are very strange to me, because you can articulate yourself. You know when you are in your feelings, and you know when you are just being logical. You know you recognize those things. However, you allow yourself to get triggered. It's the only thing that's confused me about you.
Well, when you're confident, right? And no, I won't go there. Well, I was about to say something, but when you're a confident man, you get attacked a lot. You become a target. And right, that's it. I feel that more than a lot of people. A lot of people feel it too, like when they go on shows or whatever. But I think that really don't mean to sound narcissistic or anything, but I think that some people, not all people, but some people, not just women, are intimidated by people challenging their thought processes. That's what people have an issue with.
Right. So that's why I have an issue with you at times, because you knowing that you should be a use and be more understanding of the pushback, because the truth get challenged the most. It doesn't matter what space you in, the truth always going to get challenged. People will easily accept a lie, because usually the truth is a more difficult thing to accept, usually. So that's why it kind of bugs me out when you're not patient with somebody giving you pushback.
Well, no, it's not giving me pushback. It's proclaiming, like if I said, like if a woman was like 2 + 2 = 10 B word, or B word as N word, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, okay, listen, I could just be patient and show her the math, but she just proclaimed the wrong idea in such a bold way, and I'm not gonna lie, it's agitating.
Right, but you should be prepared for that agitation at all times.
Well, maybe I should actually.
When I talk to any one of my children, or I talk to young people, I already know what I'm going to say is going to agitate them, because it's going completely opposite of what they think. You know, for example, if we say to somebody, or man, or young lady, or young boy, that you cannot have a whole phase if you actually want to build a family later on in life. You need to start moving in this way now, because you have to build up your different sets of leadership skills. So you cannot be a hoe now and expect to be a great family person later. That's not percentage-wise. That's not the best way to go about it. It can happen, of course.
Well, let's just see where it goes if I don't get booted off, because Leia is gonna say some things, and usually, and I'm not saying this to start anything, but I just know that I'm gonna disagree with something she says. So let's just see how patient I can be and see if I can take heed to your advice.
Hey, so I got the questions before Leah goes. So Doc, like, I'm gonna ask you a question. When you are dating, you about to go on a date today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I'm not sure if you're dating for sex or you dating for a relationship. I'm not sure. However, I would like to ask you this question. Are you looking more at your commonalities that you have with this woman, or the values that y'all share together?
I'm it's a first date, so I'm not looking for any of those things. I'm just actually just gonna go with the flow and see how it goes. The natural organic chemistry happens, or vibe, or whatever. And then after I get the feel for it, then I'll consider that later.
What if I tell you that the words that you just used just now, the way how you express your ideology of a date, it sounds feminine to me? What would you say?
Well, I mean, pertaining to male nature, I would say that in order to listen and to like comprehend, like when you're getting to know someone, maybe you might have to project some feminine qualities, because everything just can't be so direct when you're getting to know someone. So I wouldn't take that as an insult.
So you saying that you are going there with your representative. So now after you go there with your representative, you're going to show this beautiful human being that is feminine, right? At first, you're going to come there with your guitar, looking like Lenny Kravitz with your
You just won't let up. Go ahead.
What you mean? You're not gonna
Just
go there? You're not gonna
go
show
ahead.
there up there with the guitar? You gotta go over there with the guitar with your bandana on, and you're gonna bring your representative. So now you're gonna be a representative for the next 3 months. And then, so when is she gonna actually see who Dark Lake Revive is? In 3 months, 6 months? Because then that's a whole new date all over again, correct?
Oh no, it could be the second date. It could be where she sees exactly who I am, right? You can't reveal yourself fully to someone that you're just meeting, because let's just keep it real. When you're meeting someone for the first time, man or woman, right? The woman in that situation, she's putting her best foot forward, presenting herself the best way she can, and so is the man. So it's kind of like you're not lying to each other, but you're just being what you think mentally is the best version of yourself in front of that stranger that you don't know. So it's a little bit of a nuance there, right? So yeah, naturally, as the time progresses, it could, like I said, it could be the second date. It could be like the second week, whatever. Your natural true self is going to come out, and then that's when the other person is going to be truly tested to see if they accept who you really are.
Isn't Dark Lake a persona? I thought like that's not exactly who you are, right? Because that would be bizarre.
Wait, what?
I said, isn't Dark Lake a persona? Because or is it who you are?
Oh no, it's a persona, but that's a persona for internet, for YouTube.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like, it's not that this Dark Lake will never be presented to her, right? I mean, unless she's online.
Damn.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Hey,
no. But wait a minute. Dark Lake is a persona, like in a wrestling, like WWE. But the ideas that's projected is my ideas, though.
Wow. So you have multiple personality disorder?
No. No.
So what I'm saying is, so if you don't have multiple personalities, so for me, for example, if I go on the first date, the very first time I go on a date with somebody, I might piss in the goddamn bar if I'm stuck in traffic. I don't care. It's me. If I got a fart.
Wait, I gotta know, Leia. Do you think I'm gonna go on the first? Wait, Leia, you think I'm gonna go on the first date and be like something percent of this is this and feminist and this and this? Don't like rewind.
That's exactly how we picture it when you are going on a date. Exactly. That's exactly how we produce.
Holy shit!
Paulo, he says that is an exhausting. Look, Paulo, he says this is something good. He said that is an exhausting exercise and a facade. Be a substance and good character, so you ain't in need to do none of that. Best foot forward. It's BS. Well, just go out there when the first day, fart, wow, this is me, baby. I don't mean to be nasty, but I don't want to hold this because I don't want to be full of shit.
That's bullshit.
That's what you are doing right now. You are being full of shit, saying that you are going there with a representative and you having your best foot forward with this relationship. Unless
and this is what you were talking about earlier. This is where you're I'm sorry to cut you.
Unless you're just going into a relationship looking for sex. That's why I'm saying you should not, as a man, if you are looking for a relationship, from what I understand, you are looking for a deeper level connection with a woman. And if you are looking for that, you need to come with your best foot forward first. So this way you can wean out the people that are good for you, quick, fast, in a hurry. If you have that representative in the beginning, she might love that representative, and then on a second date, now you become, I'm revived, I'm the real person. Now she might not like that person. It's a waste of time.
Well, remember earlier you were talking about like honesty is hard to accept and people can accept lies faster. Like one of those things is I'm very true to the honesty within myself about myself, whether there's things I like about myself and things I don't like about myself, but I accept it all, right? One of the things I accept about humans and myself in general is that when you meet someone for the first time, when you have that first job interview, whatever it is, you are presenting a representation of yourself that you feel is the best for that presentation. We all do it. Like there is no such thing as, oh, I'm just going to be 100% authentically myself. Even if you do that on the first day or the first job interview, that is not you being yourself, because 100% of the time in your life by yourself, you're not 100% yourself. So the fact that you want to be 100% authentic in front of someone that you meet for the first time is a performance.
So me personally, I disagree with that rhetoric. I absolutely disagree with that rhetoric. I think you should trust and believe in yourself at all times, that you do not have to put a mask on when you walk around in public. You do not have to put a mask on. You do not have to put a mask on your first date.
That's not what I really mean.
Being yourself, 100% yourself, should be pleasant. It should be
absolutely
easy to talk to. So therefore, I do not need any representative of myself. The panel is open. Paulo is pinned to the top of the board. And I also want to welcome to the stage my guy, Daryl Long. What it do, my brother? So that's what I'm saying. So you don't need to have a mask on if you're always moving in a certain realm. If I'm always moving in respect, I don't need to put a mask on.
Okay, I wasn't really referencing a mask, and then I'll let Daryl go. I'll just say this real quick. Tell me the reason why you cut your locks, Sharon.
Because it was dirty.
Okay, you didn't want to be represented as dirty, right?
No, because I didn't want to put my dirty hair on my pillow. I'm a goddamn germaphobe.
Okay, that might be the case.
I'm just saying my experience. So my experience when I first detoxed my locks, I was like, holy shit, because I do the construction thing. So I cannot keep my hair clean. Like maybe you probably can always keep your hair clean. You probably, the most gunk you have in your hair is probably just from the beeswax that you do from when you retwist it. Me, I have, all the construction dust and all these things. So
I understand. Yeah.
So once I detox, I can't do this. No, because the job that I do is way too dirty for, because that's you got to be very preventative of that hairstyle.
But it's also, and I believe everything you just said, right?
Because I know you probably thought I cut it because I wanted a cleaner look. I wanted people to look at me different, but that's not why I cut it.
But let me ask you a question, and I believe that was your motivation, right? But do you believe that people look at you different after you got the locks cut? Do you think not that you were trying to present yourself as different, but do you think that people perceived you different after you cut your locks?
No, I don't think. I think the way how I move and walk and how I dress and how I carry myself, people didn't look at me as the so-called hip hop gangsters with the dreadlocks. No, they looked at me as like, oh, those look nice on you. When I had the beard and all those things.
All I'm saying is that there is a motivation behind there is a motivation behind everything we do, right? And there's nothing wrong with attempting to put your best foot forward when you're first meeting someone, right? And we all do it, even on a subconscious level. The only thing is that you have to give the person an opportunity, and that person has to give you an opportunity to reveal who you really are at some point. Not that you're putting on a mask, right?
No, you absolutely. If you're saying you have a representative, that is a mask, in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's a proper opinion. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat will let me know if that is a mask or not. I want to also welcome to the stage Paulo Fessa. Good day, sir.
Good day to you all.
Hello, Paulo.
What's good, Paulo? What's good?
So I think when you have a representative, I think if you just always move with a certain kind of character, you don't need no mask and representative for this place and that place. You don't need to code switch. And I
wasn't referencing code switching or putting on a mask.
You don't think that you are, but when you are saying it, and I'm hearing you compute these things, and I'm listening to what you're saying when you on the first date you're gonna move this way, so that's a code switch. When you go to this job interview, you code switch. When you in this room, you code switch there. You keep reading the room and you code switch instead of just sticking to your characteristics. And now you don't have to code switch. I do not.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you always wear a suit and tie, right? But when you have your first job interview, are you not going to try to wear the best tie you have?
No.
See, that's where I think it's disingenuous, because most people would, and I don't think that's them putting on a mask.
But for me, maybe that's a little difficult because I haven't had to go to an interview in a long time. So
that's fair. That's fair.
So
but you know what I mean. But you know what I mean, though. I think that everybody can see how that's sensible, right?
I don't see so. I think a business suit is a business suit. It ain't no best tie or a horrible tie. It's only when you go into an interview, you should have a solid tie. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's blue or red, but it should be a solid tie, and that is it.
I think I agree with Dark Lake on just this point.
Oh shit!
Which is hold on 1 second. I don't
Daryl's laughing back there.
Give me a second.
I'm gonna be quiet, Leah. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. Please go.
I do not fully agree. But I agree with the fact that for you to say that you don't, you never ever code switch and you never ever have your representative is not. It cannot be factual, simply because you cannot tell me that you speak this way. The way that you speak online is the way that you speak, say, when you're out at a nice restaurant, when you're speaking to your, your boss or whatever. You do not speak in the same. You cannot tell me that you speak in the same way.
Why not?
But I do agree with you when you say that when you go on a first date or any date, you should be your authentic self, because I've always tried to be my authentic self, maybe because I'm quite quirky and I laugh at myself a lot, and I do that with whoever I'm with. Do you see what I mean?
Here's the thing, Leah. I don't like talking slang normally. Like when y'all hear me talk, I never talk in slang. So the way how I speak to y'all, I could speak to, if I had a boss, I would speak to him the same way, because I don't talk in slang. So he will understand my words, because I move out of my character, instead of saying when I go hang out with a bunch of niggas, now all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, what's good, my nigga? No, I don't do that. I say, hey, I still say good day. Good day, everybody. How y'all feeling? It doesn't matter if I'm with y'all, with a bunch of young men, old men, bosses, co-workers, my employees. I tell them I still speak the same way and I communicate the same way. I do not code switch. I want to bring also Paulo Fessa into the conversation. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I think I can concede to the notion that most people do this thing called putting your best foot forward. And I think what's happened is that for us as men, the fear of rejection have override a big part of whether you call it insecurities, whether you want to call it confidence. I call it exhausting, because at the end of the day, my character is who I am, and I'll present myself as such. I've just heard the lovely lady say, oh, well, you don't speak the way that you do online as you do in reality. Well, that's true for some, but as Sharon was saying, the way I speak to you is the way I speak to everyone that I come across. There's no difference.
Right.
And that's more based on character than anything else. We like to put a facade on because it is part of our mating strategies, but it is exhausting, and it is a facade. And when you build a foundation of what a potential relationship is going to be upon that, it's going to be very difficult for people to pull back and be their quote unquote authentic self.
And that's when you know you spit some balls right there. They need a second for it to settle in their brain so they can figure it out. That is awesome. Great job. Go ahead, down on. What's your thoughts?
I think Paulo got a good point. You know, if that's the topic, if we're talking about like your representative, I think people should just be themselves, man. To be perfectly honest, I think you should always just focus on being yourself. I'm like the representative thing. I guess I can say because you know, some would say I guess I'm not a simp in real life. It all depends on what you consider a simp, right? But it all depends on like me. I'm just who I am, bro. Like Sharon, when you met me in person, was I any way different offline? I feel like I'm the same nigga. You know what I mean? But
we was doing the same thing. We was chilling, we was building, we was conversing, we kept it on topic.
I was smoking weed like I always do. I had heli blunts. I had like 3 or 4 blunts with me, Sharon. You know, so I'm the same guy.
It was fucking cold outside. You had me outside with you freezing.
Yeah, we was freezing, but they should let us smoke weed inside the building like they do in Detroit, but it's different out there. But no, I kind of agree with Paulo, and I see where Dark Lake coming from too, though. You know, some people put on like they white voice, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I definitely understand that.
Yeah, I see you wanted to say something, Dark Lake. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just listening. I think Paulo made a pretty good point. That's essentially what I was talking. I wasn't referencing putting on a mask or putting on a front. I was just expressing to you the truth that I realize about myself and most people. And it's like sometimes people, it depends on the personality type, right? Sometimes people need to warm up into trusting someone to be themselves in front of. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think just because people do that, it implies that they're lying, right? And I really appreciate you keeping my name relevant, but like, I just got a notification. Okay, we'll see what this is about now. Oh, fuck. Like,
go ahead, Paul. I see you came off mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is where a lot of these strategies sort of lead and can be detriment to a lot of couples, is that the reason why the honeymoon phase is such a problematic phase for a lot of couples is because of this very strategy itself. Mm-hmm. People put their best foot forward and hide the little farts or the little over exaggerations of laughter and all these things, and then you get 6 months, a year, a couple of years down the line, and you finally figured out, oh shit, I only got half of the equation.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is you.
Exactly, right? I think it's a strategy that I won't be quick to judge a woman who deploys these strategies, but for me, in the way that I engage with men, absolutely not. I don't agree with it to the same degree that.
Yeah, go ahead, Leah. I know you haven't spoken a while. What's your thoughts now? Do you still have the same ideology of that you need to code switch, or should you practice on being your authentic self as much as you possibly can as you get better in life?
I didn't say you need to code switch. I said that it's just inherent in people. That's what we do. Like we switch up, or I don't know if it's code switching or if it's just like, it's a survival thing, I think. Like it naturally happens. You may not think you do it, but I guarantee that at one point in your life you have done it. You have definitely done it. For example, if the police stop you, are you gonna say, y'all, I was just in the blah 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 and I was doing this, and if they cut you off, are you gonna turn around and say, like, be quiet, I was talking and you just cut me off? No, you're not gonna do all that. You're going to respect it. You're going to have a different tone. You're going to acquiesce to what they are saying. You're not going to say, "Oh, I'm this alpha male and I do blah blah blah." Like, you're not going to do all that. There's different ways of talking to different people. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe that you should code switch or that you should change anything about yourself, or you should be a different person to what you are. But these are all parts of you. All of these things are parts of you.
So the only thing is with that example, especially with that example, having a different situational awareness is not code switching. If somebody's
that's what I meant. That's what I was talking about.
If somebody's coming at me with aggression, I'm going to meet with aggression. If somebody is attempting to lock me up and I'm in a room, I'm gonna have to change my strategy on how to get out of it. That is different. That is not code switching. That is situations. situations is completely different. So
So yeah, so what?
as in pertaining to dating, how we started the conversation, he's saying he's going to come out with his best foot forward instead of being his authentic self. His authentic self should be his best foot forward at all
I
times.
think that
But
Then if he
Sharon,
always bringing himself as his best foot forward, moving through life, that means when he's talking to his boss, he always have that best foot forward. When he's talking to a potential girlfriend, when he talking to his grandma, a cop on the street, the goddamn garbage man, or a CEO, we all having that same courtesy towards everyone.
no,
So
but
this way
Sharon,
you
can I
don't
say something?
have to bring no representative in the forefront. So if you just give courtesy, you never have to change and code switch when you on a date, first date, and then now he do that on the first date, and then she falls in love with that person for the next 3 months, and then as he slowly peel back his onion, she realized that, oh, I don't like this person. I only like the surface. I only like the skin. And now that he's peeling back the onion, I'm recognizing who this person is. It's starting to make me cry.
Hey, Sharon, I just want to say this, and I got to bounce. Thank you so much for letting me on the show, and I thank you everyone in the chat for listening to this morning, Sharon's morning show. I just want to say this. This is what I really mean, right? Okay, if I know that women know that men like women who laugh at their jokes, right? So I'm gonna repeat that one more time. If I know that women know that men like women to laugh at their jokes, and I'm on a first date with a woman I've never met before, and I make a joke, and I know that it doesn't land, and I know that it wasn't funny, but then she laughs anyway, I'm not going to think to myself in that moment, oh, this woman's being fake. This woman is not, she has a mask on. No, I just know that she likes me and she wants me to know that she likes me, even though even though my joke didn't land. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not thinking she's fake because of that.
Doc, like your joke didn't land and that point. So that point didn't land neither, because sometimes people just do. I said that your joke didn't land, and also your point didn't land, because some people they will laugh at it just so it won't be awkward in the room. That is also a situational thing. They're like, oh,
no. Sometimes women will no. Sharon,
we can tell the difference between when somebody situational laugh and when somebody have a straight from the belly laugh out loud. This is what
we can't.
And then later on, we hear that your real laugh. We're like, God damn, that is a loud and annoying laugh. No, let that big ass laugh out from the beginning, so people know.
No, Sharon, we can't. Sharon, we can't pretend like there aren't women who laugh at dudes' jokes that's not funny because they want to. They want to stay interested. They want that man's interest still. They know the laugh wasn't funny, but they're pretending like it was funny and laughing like they got it because they still like the guy. So, but just because they're doing that, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're being fake toward the guy. They're just doing what they think that guy wants from them so they can keep their interest. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not gonna believe that she has a mask on or that she's putting on a front because she laughed at a joke that's not funny. And this is just the first date. You understand what I'm saying?
She might have, what they call dark humor, and maybe it was funny to her.
And I would just say it's not funny. And that
that's funny. You, but that's you. But some women would pretend that it's funny, though. That's my point.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not really pretending. Some people will just like. Sometimes people don't even hear the joke for real. They just like, yeah, just to keep the conversation going, to ignore the joke.
But do you get my point, though? I'm saying that like there's things that we do to present the best versions of ourselves for that other person that we first meet. But just because we do that doesn't mean that we're lying to the other person. It's just that there needs to be time to warm up to that person. That's all I'm saying. Like, you get me?
No, I don't.
You don't get that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you don't get that. I think Leia gets it. She hasn't been. Go ahead.
The reason why, Dark Lake, is that there are men who don't fear rejection nor the woman walking away. So this whole idea of putting your best foot forward, I think there are those who have confidence in their character, and if a woman decides he's not the one to be with her, he's absolutely fine with that. So that's why it doesn't make sense to neither me or Sharon.
I think it's a bit of a false equivalency you just made there, Paulo, because just because a man puts his best foot forward doesn't mean that he lacks confidence in who he is. That's something that most men were trained to do within any facet of life by their parents, to put their
and this is
best
why
foot
we
forward.
got to rebel against this remedial rhetoric right here. This
You
is
put your best
exactly
foot forward within any situation. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is exactly why we got to rebel against remedial rhetoric. That is rhetoric that is detrimental to men. Men are afraid to be themselves. They are afraid to speak their minds because they are afraid of rejection. No, people need to reject you, especially if in the dating market. You need to get all the bad apples out of your way quick, fast, in a hurry. So this way you don't be wasting your time just having meaningless sex.
What does that have to do with not putting your best foot forward or putting your best foot forward? That has nothing to do with that.
You as a human being, as you navigating through life and you getting better every single day, should be your best foot forward, not this fake representation of your best foot forward. Because the way how you wording it, you making young men believe they got to have an ideology of what's their best foot forward, and they pretend to be that best foot forward instead of being the best.
That's what you're assuming. No, that's an assumption. No, that's an assumption. You are assuming that, Sharon.
No, I'm not assuming. I'm going by your words. You got to understand that your words have context to it, and it's leading to these things. Because people, you got to be very concise with your communication. Because somebody else, this is not just a conversation between me and you. It's a conversation between 100 other people.
It's an assumption that putting your best foot forward, there's deception behind it.
That's not a young man behind the screen that never typed in his thing, never hit a like, and he's just watching and he listening to older men because he don't have no uncles or a father for whatever reason.
Yeah, and he needs to listen to what I'm saying. Definitely.
Here's what you're saying, and he's taking it for your word. I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and he has this over inflation of his imagination of who he is, and if he put that forward, he cannot maintain that. But what he can maintain is himself moving forward through life. That's what he can maintain.
But you're compartmentalizing.
He can implement new things every single day because we know a procrastinator's favorite day of the week is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are compartmentalizing something that doesn't need to be compartmentalized. You're assuming that the phrase "putting your best foot forward" inquires some or implies some form of deception. That's an assumption. That's not fact.
Okay, so now I would tell you this. I know you don't have any children. You probably don't deal with a lot of younger people. You got to be very clear and concise with your words. What you are saying, you might think that you are projecting a certain thing with your thoughts. However, if you got other people and we can hear your words and say that you can lead somebody that has less of experience down the wrong word, you should probably take heed to that and just rethink it and see if you can see the correlation with what we're saying against what you're saying. So,
okay, this is what I'm going to make it a bit more clear for any young people, like you say, who might be listening, who might get it confused. Attempt to be 100% your authentic self. Don't put on a front and try to be someone you are not, right? Understand the value that you have as a young man, right? And don't be ashamed of who you are. Just be yourself and present yourself as such. However, right, there is absolutely nothing wrong with putting your best foot forward, right? And being the best you can in that moment in front of what you want, whether that's a job, a woman, whatever, right? Because like I said in the beginning of the show, I'm honest with myself and I'm honest with human behavior. We're all living in a state of performity. Right, of performance. We're all performing, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you go to a job, you want the job interview. When you go to the job, you want the job. You go to the interview.
This is the remedial rhetoric of somebody. You was doing well.
Yeah, I agree.
You had to go back and tell this man to be a liar. You don't even realize yet you're telling him to be a liar.
Yeah,
that is what you are telling him to be, a liar. And being a liar is bad character.
See, Dark Lake, let me explain to you how, like, what I think that you're talking about in a few different ways that I'm interpreting it, right? Because at first I was gonna go with the Tupac where he said a real model versus a role model. I think I got it even in a better way that you will understand it, right? You do not want a woman to put on her mask. You want her to be who she is. She come to you acting submissive, acting this way, acting every way that she think Dark Lake wants just to get the job. And then she becomes her quote unquote real self by unmasking herself. And you see that she's not those things. I guarantee you, my brother, you're gonna have a problem with it. In the same ways that's what men do, right? They lie about their money. They lie about their work ethic. They lie about what kind of house they got. They lie about what kind of car they got, right? Dark Lake, again, to put it in words I know you're going to like, words that you will understand. How many of these women have baby daddies that the mask was shown? I'm this nigga, I'm that nigga. I get it. And then you would check them and say, well, you didn't really vet him properly because 9 months later, he's not even there taking care of the kid. You get what I'm saying? But 9 months before, he was the most richest, ballingest nigga that you can find in your city, right? That's why the mask isn't really, it never works for me. If I get on here and tell MJ, you know, I'm almost 6 feet, that'd be a problem, right? That'd be a problem. You have to be who you are. That's why when they call me Satan and different stuff, I can be extremely evil, but that's who I am, right? Where these other people, they put on a mask, which is why I can respect you to a certain degree, because I don't believe that you're even doing what you're saying. I don't believe that you put on a mask. I think that's who you are. Like the Dark Lake Revive, bitch. I think that's who you are, right? I don't think that a mask is really good for people. I think a lot of people who believe in that ideology, they play themselves in the end because they put on a mask. And even I don't like friendships like that. I don't want nobody come to me and be like, oh yeah, I really fuck with you. But really you fuck with the niggas who against me too. That's a mask, right? Or you don't like I had clipped this last night for Sharon. Just for Sharon, not even for me, because they was on the panel. I'm not gonna say which, but I think I know what I'm talking about. And they asked them, can a man who is married have girlfriends if his wife has no problem with that? And the host said, absolutely, no problem. But when he came to Sharon, he made it seem like Sharon had a mask and was hiding girlfriends behind his wife back. That's the contradiction. That's them wearing a mask and not just being themselves 100% of the time. Because if he was that person, he would have had no problem with Sharon doing it. You see what I'm saying, Dark Lake? And that's where the contradictions come in. That's where people like Princella start pointing them out, Cynthia G. And that's where a lot of men take L's by being a liar. That's what that mask is. It's a lie.
Well, Daryl, I understand everything you just said, right? I understand everything you just said. Not trying to cap or anything. I understand everything you just said. What I'm trying to tell you is this, right? That's one thing. A woman who's presenting herself as something else, submissive, feminine, and she's really not that, and then reveals that she's not that later on in the relationship. That's a whole different thing. I'm not talking about that, right? That's real. What you just said. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if me and Leia went on a date, right? I don't think that her projecting herself or putting her best foot forward on the date with me, I don't think that's her being fake. I think that's her having value in who she is, and she's trying to present herself in the best way possible. It's just that simple. It's not a lie or anything like that. That's what I mean. I think what I'm saying is being misconstrued.
I think it's being misconstrued as well because, like, okay, so I'm just going to give a quick example. When you say you go on a first date, you don't have a rapport with this person at all, right? You're going on a first date like Dark Lake is going on tomorrow. Should he sit down and go, I've got a persona called Dark Lake and I tell bitches they need to be in their place and this is me, rah, rah, and like I've got erectile dysfunction and I you know what I mean? I like have an alcoholic, I'm an alcoholic. No, listen, I'm an alcoholic and I blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys are calling it a lie. I'm not saying that I completely agree because I'm not that type of person that will make something up or will pretend to like something I don't like, right? Which is why my husband found me so refreshing, because I'm not going to pretend. I'm going to say whatever it is I'm going to say that's on my mind. However, I'm just saying that to pretend as if you don't understand what Dark Lake is saying is absolutely, like, it's not genuine. You guys aren't being genuine. Because none of you, please, Daryl, please tell me if you would go on a date with MJ, you've never met her before, you've just seen her, and you start going, yeah, so like I just like, bitches, and I've got like 15 bitches on the side and blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like a full alcoholic and a weed head, and I just love to waste time and to procrastinate.
So I think the problem that
No, I'm asking that just
or you wouldn't get a fresh cut. Wait, Daryl, you wouldn't get a fresh cut though? Like on your first day, you wouldn't get a fresh cut, bro?
Because to call it a lie,
because I think we're gonna let go ahead, Daryl longer, then we're gonna go Paula Fessa. Go ahead.
I think that what she's misleading is Dark Lake would be the same person, but he would just call himself Lakeith, right? But he will be the exact same person, right? That we know. I don't think he introduced F Dark Lake Revive, but if she behaves any way that y'all behave, I believe he would respond the exact same way, right? As
On the
far as
first
myself,
date, babe.
though,
On the first date, Daryl, though. On the
Yes.
first date.
on the very first day, yes, I do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
As far as,
I wouldn't though. I wouldn't, not on the first date. But here's the difference though, right? I
Hold
wouldn't
on, wait, before you
sorry,
go. You finished,
sorry.
Dom? You
I was
good?
about to say, as far as me and like how I present myself, I'm damn near a narcissist, right? I believe I always look good. And as far as me having access to other women, if she asked that conversation, and I would be honest, yeah, I have access to other women. That's a fact, right? But me having access doesn't mean like I have access to 15 women just by being a part of Sim Nation. It doesn't mean that I'm having sex with them. It doesn't mean that we're talking sexually. It doesn't mean a lot of different things. It just means that I have access to them, right? It doesn't mean that I'm
it
coming
doesn't change
after
his
them.
character. That's what we are talking about. The
Exactly.
character.
I don't need to change my character.
Yes. Go ahead, Professor.
Yeah, I think when we're having this conversation, it's implied that we're hiding the dark side of us, and this is why I mentioned in the comment, be of good character, so you don't have to filter through your closet of, oh, this is the best dress for me at this particular time. I am every damn second of the day the best version of who I am, and I endeavor to be that. One of the first things I said to my wife when I met her, you're not the only one. And as long as you're fine with that, we'll get along. She said, I'm fine with that. There's nothing going on between us. We're just meeting each other for the first time and feeling things out, and that's fine.
Paulo, what you just said was, no offense to you, and I got respect for you, Paulo, but you just said something that's extremely disingenuous, bro. And this is in the beginning of the show, I told Sharon that a lot of people have a problem with me because it's that I accept truth about myself and my pertaining to my observations of other humans as well. You said that 100% of the time of the day, every day, you are your best self. You said that right just now.
Correct.
You are
Yes.
not, bro. And I don't mean to offend you, bro. You are not your best self every day, 100% of the time, bro. There's times when you do something that you're not, that you're not so proud of. There's times when you lie, and then the next day, you know what, man, I shouldn't have made that lie. There's times when you do. There's times when you do things that you're not proud of.
We don't gotta reiterate. We understand that. So when we say we are being our best self, it doesn't mean that you can't fail. It doesn't mean that just because LeBron James went to go win a championship every season and he failed on the one season doesn't mean that he didn't put his best foot forward. You do have. That's why we were saying earlier that as you move through life, you have to make different corrections in your life. So because you always striving to be your best self, because you're never going to reach that best self. You got to always keep striving to be better as you learn it, as you implement new things in your life today, not tomorrow. Because
I agree with that.
Part. So even if your idea of me being my best self is a fail, I would still be my best self, even though I failed in that moment. And then I got to rethink about what happened and then make corrections. So that's still being my best self. I'm not going to get a haircut because I'm going on a date. I get a haircut because that's me always want to be my best self. I'm not going to put on a suit just because I want to look my best. I always go outside and look my best, even if I'm going to the corner store.
But is it fair to say that you especially want the haircut on the first date to present yourself? Can we just, you're right that, yeah, you always be your best self that you want to be at all times. You try to, but can we just be honest and admit that if it's that woman you really like and you're on the first date, like you especially are going to think about that haircut you need?
So since you want to frame it like that, then I'm going to let Daryl go and Paulo go. So this is how I would look at it. If I'm trying to court a woman, I would make sure me and her first date is the day after I usually get my haircut, so I don't have to change my routine.
I'm sorry, man. It's going to sound narcissistic, but I'm just going to be honest. By the time I got to New York to take MJ on the first date, I already had her. Don't matter if I had an afro. Don't matter about shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's some stuff I had to talk to y'all online about how I think y'all should really approach women. Because I can really teach some of these niggas game. Not you, I'm talking about Dark Lake. But some of these men that I see that you ask them to show me one baddie that's ever been on your roster, they cannot do that. right? I'm trying to tell y'all, I feel like Hove. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but it ain't one, and it never has been. So when you ask me, do I need to get shaved up? I don't even come on here shaved up, and I'm still Simp Nation, right? I don't feel. I feel like every single day I look good than a motherfucker. You feel me? Every single day I'm articulate. Every single day I'm charismatic, right? There's a million different things. My energy alone when I'm checking y'all bandits, that make women want to come to me too, right? It gives big dick energy. It's an aura, right? So to ask me specifically, do I need to go to a barber and get my hair cut? No, because she already in love with everything else about me.
And you know what? I think, Daryl, that's your confidence there. I got my own type of confidence. I am presenting myself for whatever. It's not about a woman. It's for whatever it's in front of me that I'm
dreads, so
pursuing.
you gotta oil that shit up and shit. That makes sense.
Yo, well, I am presenting myself for whatever I want that's in front of me. I'm pursuing, no matter what it is. I'm presenting myself the best way in front of it. And I don't care if people see that as deception. That is what keeps the world going around. That's what I've been trained to do. That's what I know is right. And I also do think, to be fair to Sharon's point, it can be put in the category of deception. But it can't. No. But
and
attempting to be your best self isn't an automatic deception.
You can't get mad at the truth.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
It's a perspective. Wait a minute, Sharon. It's a perspective, right? It's not the truth, right? That's your perspective of what it is. I have a perspective, and I don't think it's wrong for people to present themselves as who they want to be in front of the person they want.
Jumping right there again. It's no perspective. The truth is just the truth. It is not my truth. It ain't Paulo's truth. It is just that. It is just the truth. And that's the thing I'm dealing with all 24. You cannot argue it. You cannot argue against the truth.
Do you think there's a difference between perception and perspective?
What I know is a difference between what you just said and the truth.
Is there a difference between perspective and perception?
And the truth, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm dealing with truth, not perspective. None of those things.
No, you're not dealing with truth, Sharon. You're dealing with your perception of something.
All your perception, because what you're doing is creating a false narrative for that woman, and you just not realizing it.
False narrative.
You don't even understand that you are going into the relationship with a lie, and that is
okay. You know, if it's a lie, wait.
The way how you start off your relationship is how it's going to end. So if you starting off your relationship in deception, you already said it out your mouth. That is a deception. You are deceiving her. And that's exactly how it's going to end.
Okay. Let me ask Leah a question to see if what you're saying is right. Leah,
once it comes out that you are who you are, and Dark Lake Revive finally unleash yourself, and he takes his guitar, he makes a goddamn sad song about her. She's gonna be like, what did I get myself into? And then she's gonna be on these panels, and we are all gonna say, you should have known better.
Wait 1 second. I want to right before I ask, and I gotta bounce, but right before I ask Leah this question, I want to respond to Easy Money made a comment, and I like Easy Money. Easy Money's cool, right? Easy Money, you left the message in the chat, and you said, if I'm thinking about a haircut on the first date, I've already lost. If I got a haircut before the date, how am I thinking of the haircut on the date? Okay, that doesn't make any sense, Easy Money. No disrespect to you. Okay, that's that comment. And Leah, I want to ask you this, Leah. You say you're married, right? Do you remember your first date with your husband?
Yeah.
Were you wearing makeup?
No, because I didn't wear makeup at those times.
Okay, if you were wearing makeup, would you think that's a deception, that you're deceiving him?
No, but yeah. No,
there we go.
I wouldn't think it was.
If Sharon is correct, wait a minute, Leah. If Sharon is correct, then the answer would be yes. If you were wearing makeup, then that's you deceiving that person on the first date who would be your future husband. I don't believe that you're. I don't believe you wearing makeup. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Sharon. Wait. I got to make this point.
Hold on. The reason why that is not a false narrative, because that means if you are going to consider makeup being a false narrative, that means your haircut is a false narrative. You put
but wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on 1 second.
Because I'm not saying it's a false narrative. No, that wasn't my point. I'm not saying that makeup is a false narrative.
The reason
saying that
the reason why makeup is not a false narrative, if she is putting her best foot forward and she always come outside and she put a little light makeup on every time she goes outside, she put her best foot forward, then no, it is not a deception. Now, if she put on makeup on that one day and then all of a sudden she never wears makeup, then she is being deceptive because she's
I don't think Leah agrees with that.
Not representing herself at her best at all times.
No,
Sharon, I'm
just
so
gonna
sorry.
say,
I
I'm
don't.
just going to point
Go
out.
ahead,
Hold
Leah.
on,
Go
Dark
ahead.
Lady, 1 minute. What the only thing I'm going to point out is that men do say that putting on makeup is some sort of like deception. That is why they want to see you the next day. They want to see what your face looks like. So I heard this joke where some
I
guy was
got
saying
you,
that he
Shelly.
wants to take women to the swimming pool because he wants to push her in the water and see like what happens up when her makeup is off. So I do think that, you know, men, it's not my personal opinion, but I do think that some men do say that. So you cannot pretend that those aren't things that people say.
So yeah, people say a lot of things, and that's why over here we rebel against remedial rhetoric. That's the whole purpose of it. That's why
Yeah,
we
but
deal.
I'm saying at
That's
least
why we deal.
acknowledge
That's why we
it.
deal in truth. Because a lot of people spewing out a lot of remedial rhetoric just because they heard somebody present it in a very funny way or charismatic way, and then they say, "Oh, that sounds correct," and then they go ahead and say it, but it's false.
Sharon, no offense, but it's your perception. It's not the truth. I'm sorry. It's perception.
All right, so let me put it to you like this, Duck Lake. So you got Paulo, where we know he's at least by optic wise and by the perception who he is, he has a successful marriage. By optic wise and perception, I have a successful marriage, right? Those are two people right there. Leah, she is somebody as well, right? That has that as well. But
Who
now
agreed with me? Who agreed with me? Who
correct.
agreed with me?
So now you got two men that's telling you like, hey, listen, you need to put that mask down and be yourself out 100% and always strive for the best. That is the real best foot forward. And we are successful at what we do. Being construction workers at that. We are not some suit and tie, always going to the fancy 007 restaurant. And we have our wives and we be honest with our wives. Our character is what gave us the life that we live. And you are telling us, even though you do not have the success yet that you are looking for from what you explained, that you are keep going to deceive women to try to find
No, you putting words in my mouth. Wait. Let me respond. First of all, you're putting words in my mouth and you're mischaracterizing my point because I wasn't talking about deception or deceiving women. That's number one. Number two, right? And you want to throw my personal situation out there that I'm not married, right? When I get married, the only way we compare is if we compare wives and what they look like. That's what I'll say. And I'll just leave it at that. That's when we can compare. Okay. So that's number two. No, wait, number three. Number three, right? Again, I am not alluding to the fact that men should deceive women. I'm saying that you guys are disingenuous for not making it seem like you and Paulo, when you went on your first dates and when you were first getting to know your now wives, that you weren't making sure you were looking the best specifically for that date. If you don't agree to that or admit to that, it's complete bullshit.
So the problem is that, see, the real problem is this. Me and Paulo are very truthful human beings, right? So we do not look at other people as liars. So therefore, you going on your dates, the way how you misrepresent yourself and you go on there deceiving people, you automatically think that other people, when they were on their first date, that they deceive people. And that's
the deceiving. Putting your best foot forward doesn't mean deception.
That is the difference between the ideologies. Me and Paula is always being honest. So we believe that there's a lot of honest people out there.
If you are a musician, why do you practice?
And they can move the way how we move, but you cannot imagine somebody moving opposite of what you did because you are a deceitful person. And so that's
no. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not a deceitful person. No, Sharon. Wait a minute, Sharon. Is the violinist?
Hold on. You are putting your first date examples onto us, even though we told you we move a certain way. You do not want to accept it because of the way how you move. Go ahead, Paulo Fessa.
It's perception.
Yeah, so earlier you made the comment, Dark Lake, that we as men, we do things that we're ashamed of. So,
wait, I'm sorry?
In all my time on this YouTube...
Well, no, can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said that I said. Sorry.
So earlier you've mentioned something along the lines of you cannot possibly be 100% who you are authentically yourself because you do things that you're ashamed of, or vice versa.
Right.
So this is the difference. I will always be a proponent for value systems. My core tenets, and I have 3 of them: accountability, resilience, and discipline. And I practice these things consistently and diligently each and every day. I may fail at practicing them to the degree that I want to, but I practice them regardless.
So if you fail, then you're
So
not
that's
100% disciplined. Then if you fail at being disciplined,
Absolutely.
it means you're not 100% disciplined. So you're being disingenuous when you say you're 100% yourself authentically all the time. It is a lie, and you're being disingenuous. That's my point.
Okay, so this is where I concede to what Sharon was saying. You have a particular type of character to yourself that you now perceive everyone else as the same. And that's where I'll leave it at that.
Also, I want to welcome to the conversation Tezzy K. Tezzy K, give me your thoughts. And then after Tezzy K, we want Sherry Red. Should have been a nigga. Thoughts. Go ahead, Tezzy.
Nah, I just wanted to say, like, man, the whole point is, like, you never shouldn't be fake. You never
Hey,
should
Tez,
be
you gotta.
fake.
Hey, you're kind of muffled. You have to
you
get
are
closer to
muffled.
the mic.
Dark Lake is right.
Oh, I'm up for, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Daryl just said Dark Lake is right, and Leia agreed with me on the show. We had a pretty good debate between me and Sharon and Paulo. This was a good time. Dark Lake revive. I'm gonna take the win. God bless
I said
everybody.
some.
Everybody have a great day.
I agree with
Thank you,
some of the
Sharon. I'm
things.
gonna take the win, baby.
Hold
Let's go.
Sharon.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Tezzy.
Yes, we can hear you good now. Go ahead.
Dang, but I can't hear you.
All right. So while Tezzy's getting his mic together, go ahead,
You gotta
Sherry
refresh.
Berry.
Go ahead, Sherry Berry. Sherry Berry. I think people Andrew's been fucking up. She might have to refresh too.
So Tezzy Kate and Sherry Berry, you might have to refresh y'all stream yards and leave and come back because y'all not hearing us for some strange reason. I have no idea. But refresh and come right back.
Keep being mute.
Somebody was talking?
It was the Sherry lady.
Hey, keep being muted.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, here I go. He said, here I go. I think that nobody is supposed to think the same. We all have our own brain. Men are men. Your household is your household. Their household is their household. Now, can we talk about something positive, Sharon Bracy? You know that Goodwill is turning into a department store. Did you put a bid in on that?
I'm not aware of.
Yeah, you need to be getting your construction on. Builder, protector, build protector.
Okay, I will look into that. I know another thing of
Never
protection
know,
is
man. I ain't up here for nothing. I climb down.
another thing that protects you is water. When you drink water, it it gets you hydrated because alcohol dehydrates you. So I think that one form of
That's
protection
what
that you
you
could
want to
do for
come
yourself.
and be at.
I'm just
That
playing,
sound
Sherry.
cute. It sound cute, don't it?
I'm just harassing you, Sherry. I'm just playing.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
Oh man.
It's a
Welcome.
pleasure to have you here, Sherry Berry.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here as always. Hey, and I also will welcome to the stage my guy, Unlikely. How you doing, sir?
Yo, what's popping? Shout out to everybody on the panel in the chat. What's good with y'all?
Hey, while I got Lee here, I wanna say I apologize to Lee. You know, Lee has been very, very, very nice, right? Me and Lee has been getting along. We don't have any beef, right? I was wrong about what I said about his child for whatever reason that I said it. So I want to make sure I apologize.
I I immediately accept your
I
apology.
want
It
to
takes a lot to
calm
apologize,
down.
and I accept your apology immediately. Thank you for that.
Salute.
That
What y'all
is
was talking
awesome.
about?
That is accountability. That is solutions being based over here. We are some solution based
Wait, what?
gangsters. Make sure you hit the goddamn membership. Make sure you hit the Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal. Support your hosts. Either one of them. Support your people because we are, even though people want to try to slight us and say that we are not moving forward, sometimes we have to go through what we got to go through to get to the next level. When you are moving to the next level, I'm sorry to tell y'all probably don't know this, but you got to destroy who you was first. So every time you move to the next level, you got to destroy that old person and then you become something new. That's how it works. Most people don't know it, but you go through a lot as you move through life. You do. Human beings go through a lot. It's not said enough. Hey, Lee, so what we're talking about just now was being deceptive on the first date, how men and women, what are they going to the first date with a representative? And Dark Lake was saying that you have to. And me, Paulo, and Daryl was saying that no, you need to just be yourself. Yourself should always be your best foot forward, not this fake representative of yourself. Because eventually that mask is going to have to come down and you're going to have to be your authentic self. And then that's when people in relationship have problems. What's your thoughts on
Nah,
that?
I agree with you. When you essentially faking yourself, right? You're putting on the act, right? The act gonna eventually have to come down. So, me personally, I've always tried to be myself. Whether it was being a little extra funny, being a little too goofy. Sometimes it was me being me. And sometimes I ain't gonna hold you. That made some women go, "Nah, I don't like that," and I was cool with that. Because it was like I'm not here to appease you. I'm here to be there like for that right woman that's cool with what I am. So now I would never tell anybody to like fake it. Be yourself, man, because eventually that shit going crash.
Absolutely, 100. Go ahead, Tazi K. Let's see how your microphone working now.
Is it good? Y'all can still
Yeah,
hear
you
me?
sound better. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Like I was saying before you left, dang, I wanted to ask him something, but yeah, I don't even think I could be a fake person, bro. Like it's very hard to be a fake person because once that woman find out that you fake, now she gonna lose all respect for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being fake, you gotta be able to keep that up. And now everybody's looking at you, they gonna see you this way, now you another way, and it's like, man. And matter of fact, I think that's the reason why some of these men out here can't even find a woman that's just how can I explain it? They're not able to see the character of a woman because they don't even have the character of themselves to be able to find that woman because they're fake them themselves. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh, that is a
Absolutely.
interesting point of view. Yes, especially for somebody at your age, it is a great observation that you being fake and deceptive, you wind up finding fake and deceptive women, and you wonder why you can't find the one that you need to build something with. Absolutely. Shout out to Easy Money Jones. He has gifted somebody a membership, so we have a brand new solution-based gangster, and we only deal in truth as much as we possibly can. And if we found out the truth is today that we was living a lie implemented today because of procrastinator's favorite day of the week is tomorrow. We
It's
ain't dealing in that.
It says it in the chat too, Shrine. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you to make a Stream Elements account. That way you can have Nightbot and Stream Elements moderate your chat. Then it would tell you who subscribe, when they subscribe, and who get a new membership in real time. But if you open up your chat, you would see that Lana Love was the one who was just gifted the new membership.
Shout out to Lana Love being the new solution-based gangster. We out here ganging it on gang. Is that what the words they say we can't use in the school?
Bet gang gang, yeah, all that shit. That shit was funny as hell. Standing on business. But no, I don't know. Like I was telling Dark Lake earlier, I don't think it's wise for a man just to come into a situation lying about who he is because the woman gonna find out, right? The woman gonna find out who you are, what you can, what you cannot do, what you capable of, and what you're not capable of. if she's not going to accept you on those terms, then she's not going to accept you in the long run. That's just the facts, right? If you lying, you're gonna end up being exposed. It is what it is.
And yo, to add to that, right, is that this is how you potentially line yourself. And this what dudes be doing. Because women not stupid, right? She gonna peep that you trying to change yourself for her, and she gonna go along with the change. She gonna, oh yeah, this you, babe. And so at that point, she got you at like you at a disadvantage in that whole relationship. The moment you start trying to be somebody else, you at a disadvantage. She can easily use that against you. So, and then that's how dudes end up getting hurt, If you're emotional, yo, be that. Until you find a woman that's just like that rock with that. Like it's dudes out here that's with all different type of women, married to them, and it's because they knew who they were first. That's what I believe. Okay, we got some video. Let's go.
Yeah, I wanna
country.
I want to check out Country Man. Somebody said this to me. They want us to break this down, so we're gonna watch it in live time. We all gonna watch it together. I did not watch it preview to this, so this way I could get my as much of an authentic reaction. But I can't read titles, so therefore I don't really need to see it first. That's why. So he says he let a lot of comedians from his ex-girlfriend Jess Hilarious slide. Also, he is the catch, and we know we love to say that in these YouTube spaces. Let's see what he's actually saying.
I always told her she never tells the 100% truth, and I let her do that. Okay. But I texted the other day, I said, Jess, man, and I got kind of petty. I said, you got to get more going on in your career so they can start bringing up my name in your interview. Wow. Because when I come, Netflix special, his book, you know what I'm saying, this going on, that going on. We don't got to down each other. That's been 5 years ago. Right. If that's the main question in your interview, well, we got to put some work in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because when Country Wayne come, when I go on Good Morning America, we don't talk about so much before we got to that. Exactly. You feel me? I'm like, man, we don't have. And I was comfortable not talking about it. Exactly. And I'm like, you can't. It's not working in your favor. Right. People go pretend it, but they watching. They see Country Wayne is taking care of black people movement. Don't let the people fool you. Right. They ain't on your side. I'm like, it ain't working. So I was just like, man, a lot of that she talk about, I let it slide, but man, that stuff ain't play out like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I separated from my wife, went and got Jess, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. I started talking to her. Right. And I got divorced. My divorce was 45 days. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And me and her started talking. And then all the stuff she talking about on there, cause my baby mama hit me up. She was like, can you please ask Jess to stop talking about that? Because now the kids are hearing it at school because she keep bringing it up. And that's the only reason made me hit her up. Right. I'm like, Jess, man, I ain't never said nothing negative about you. And everybody know that. Right. Let that ride. Right. You know what I'm saying? But she want to be the winner. I'm like, Jess, just be real. Because Charlamagne asked one time, he said, how you lose Jess Larry? I said, how she lose Country Wayne? I'm the catch. Right. What you talking about? Jess, like I always.
You muted, Ryan. You muted.
That was a lot of information. So, do we agree that he is the catch?
No.
He's not the catch over Just Hilarious? Explain why.
I mean, from my perspective, I date women, so she gonna always be the catch. You know what I mean? I mean, she can get her another Country Wayne. That's just the facts. I like Country Wayne. I think he's one of those people that became a millionaire off Instagram, right? He wasn't on YouTube like a lot of us. They use Instagram as a platform to push their content, which a lot of people, they think YouTube is the only way to get paid, but we know for a fact it's not. In that interview also, he talked about how he paid his main man, I think his name is Mike. I saw him on Six to Goddess channel, big ball dude. He paid him alone $1 million a year, right? So I think that he is a good guy. I'm not saying he's not a catch for some women, but Just Hilarious is beautiful. She's a millionaire. She's in circles around other millionaires, right? I heard that she was the like a new host on The Breakfast Club. Maybe not. Who knows? But she's making a lot of moves just like he is. I don't see her looking at him like he's the catch, unless it's something outside of career and about his mentality, something that we wouldn't know about, we wouldn't be privy to. But what he portrays as Country Wayne, absolutely not.
So now my thing is this. So his reference to why he is the catch, that when he go to interviews, nobody's mentioning her, but when she is doing interviews, people are always mentioning him. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't see that because I watch a lot of Just Hilarious, and I don't really see people asking her. Like, I mean, she was on the Breakfast Club for months. Nobody asked her about Country Wayne, right? She was doing interviews with politicians, all kind of shit. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty willing to bet that none of you even knew they had a relationship until Country Wayne said it, right? So I
Facts.
think he's the
That's
one that
facts.
actually does a lot of the talking.
Damn. That's
That's
facts.
just the facts.
Damn.
Go ahead, Leah.
Was
Yikes.
he famous when they were together? Did he have the
Yes.
Netflix special and all that?
Oh, that I don't know.
Nah,
He
he
was
ain't had
Because
all that.
Instagram
that's the
famous.
thing that he's saying that makes him higher than her, right? He said, "Oh, I'm doing Netflix. I've got like I'm on like Good Morning America or whatever the hell he said." Um, like, so was he that when they were together? Because if he wasn't that, then no. At the time that they were together, he was not the catch. Because I saw Jess Hilarious. I mean, from England, I know about Jess Hilarious. So, like, I just don't think that. I think he's boosting himself up because now he's making the money that he probably wasn't making whilst he was with her. And so he's saying, well, I'm doing all of this. Why don't you step your game up? Type of like shitting on her almost. Do you know what I
All
mean?
right, let me just
Because if a
yeah, let me
woman was to have said that to him, you guys would be saying, oh, she's shitting on him. Do you know what
Go
I
ahead,
mean?
Lee.
a dude with a country accent can never be like above somebody from up north. It's an impossible feat. Like I can't bring him. I'm sorry. But like, if he come up north, he becomes absolutely nothing. No one's even gonna listen to him speak. I'm sorry. Like so, automatically she's the catch. That's all I gotta say. All right.
Go ahead, Paulo Fessa.
Can I talk now? I'm up here.
God damn.
Thank you. Stop this shit. If you a broke nigga with no money but your socks and your shoes, there's a woman that will love you. Stop letting all these talking points and these green card hustlers separate us. They green card hustlers. I love my black man. I might even love a white man. Who gives a damn? Don't y'all better stop it. I'm telling y'all ain't
And you better
seeing
stop
what's
drinking.
happening. Y'all too big. No. He gave me the flow. Y'all too busy arguing and not seeing what's happening. If the black man and the black woman separated, we are the foundation. People make fun of the word mammy. I love the
Say that.
word mammy. That's how I got here. That's how you got here. Ain't we living? Now, if y'all want to keep it going on, with y'all damn, this was happening. The Africans came over here on our ancestors' backs, and they telling y'all we ain't nothing. The black man shouldn't love the black woman. They doing the same thing white folks did to us years ago. I
Thank you,
know I'm
Sherry.
sounding ignorant and stupid. I'm old. I know I'm old. But
Yes, it's okay.
if you call me a mammy, thank you. I'm proud
You're
to be
welcome.
one. A
No problem.
mammy
Thank you.
back then,
We
you
we are going
ain't
to
gonna change it,
Sherry.
was a woman that took
Sherry.
care of other people's kids.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Look,
Hold on. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing that with us. You had to get that off your chest. Now, go ahead, Paulo Fessa. What's your thoughts?
Damn. So my philosophy is very different. I'm just an average man, so my philosophy is very much like any average man. the prize is neither me nor the woman. The prize is what we create and how they are in the world when we leave. That's it.
That is awesome. I like that. And I think also what was interesting to me though, I don't know if it's true or not. However, that when they broke up, she was, according to him, the one that is more vocal about the breakup, keep talking about it and talking down on him so bad that his baby mother had to say, hey, you need to get a hold of that because it's starting to affect the kids because the kids are on social media because clearly he have grown kids and sometimes kids get involved and they very vocal, as you could tell. That also with men, we tend to keep all that. We protect our woman even in breakup. So the same way how he's protecting her, he never said nothing bad about Just Hilarious. He even allowed her to paint different narratives so she could get money. But he's like, all right, it's starting to affect my kids. We're gonna have to cut this shit.
Yes, he did.
So we gotta cut that shit. So I think that's very important because another way how I look at it is the way how Papoose and Remy Ma's situation is. Papoose haven't said nothing this whole time, even though she did all the things that create negative attention to their relationship. Next, so bad that she even decided to do a music video saying that's gone forever. When in her rap, it kind of sounds like it's talking to the situation, even though the song's about 2 years old. And actually, Papoose helped produce this goddamn record. So it's kind of crazy that women would still say these things and be vocal and put their relationships out there to be hurtful towards the couple, and men stay, protecting even after a breakup or something crazy as you cheating. Why do you think that is, Leah?
Can we not do that?
Hold on. Papoose did put out, yeah, he did. You know, Papoose was Remy Ma's writer. You know he's a writer, right, sir?
Yes. Before you go, Sherry, Leah has something to say. What you don't want us to do, Leah?
Can we not do that? Because like now you're trying to act as if women are just there embarrassing their men by the sort of what Remy Ma did and by way of what Just Hilarious did. But none of those things even touch the amount of embarrassment that women receive every single day by their husbands cheating on them, i.e., who is it, Cardi B, i.e., whoever, insert name. Do you know what I mean? Like every day, these people, these women get embarrassed, and half of the time they don't say anything. Do you know what I mean? Even like Denzel Washington's wife, he wrote a book saying that I think he wrote a book or something like that, saying that he cheated on her, like
You
because
need a
that's just what
green
he did.
card, then.
Sorry.
So here's the
need a
problem, Leah.
green card?
Hold on. Here's the
Do
problem,
I
Leah,
need
with
a?
what
I
you're
don't need
saying.
a green card because I'm not in America.
What the hell?
Yeah, you
Sherry,
sounded
hey,
like
listen,
it.
anybody
Because
feel like
don't worry
somebody?
about what we
Hold on,
doing.
Sherry. I
Worry
got you
about what
before
y'all
you
do.
go off, Sherry. Before you go
He
off,
asked me a
Sherry.
question.
Make me
Before you go off, Sherry.
He asked me a
If
question, so I'm
anybody,
answering the
we do
question.
have.
Is
If
that all right?
anybody's annoying, hold on. If anybody's annoying you on the panel, you can keep the show moving the way how you can. The ticker is at the bottom. You figure out, you do whatever you need to do if somebody's annoying you. So what I would say to you is this, Leah. What I was talking about was within after somebody break up, and what you're talking about is within a relationship. Yes, I believe that's a different conversation. And yes, men do embarrass their women by doing nonsense, as in cheating in a relationship, having babies within a relationship, and those things. Yes, and every man here would say those men are retarded. We have no problem saying that. And what we want to also have women say is no problem with them saying like, yes, women, we need to stop degrading our men after breakup. We broke up, we split. We should not be talking bad about the opposite person. Is all I'm saying. We gotta have it fair on
Wait.
both sides. When us men talk bad about the men, no woman bat an eyelash. But when we talk about a woman doing something bad, we need y'all women to say, yes, that is bad behavior for a woman, and we need to change that. That is
I'm
what
just saying on both sides, yeah, we both do these types of things. This is what you showed a perspective, sorry, and I'm showing another perspective. Remy Ma and Papoose did not break up
I
when
want to
Remy
jump in
Ma
right there.
cheated, right?
I want to jump in right there.
Wait. Did
So
Remy
hold
Ma
on.
cheat
I
on
want to jump in
Papoose
right
when they
there
were
to show you
together or when they
where.
broke up?
So what I'm saying is this. This is the part is that you are missing. right? So she continued the rhetoric, Remy Ma, because she's making music videos, she's releasing songs that sound like it's talking to their relationship.
You said it was 2 years ago.
The song was 2 years ago, but it just got released 2 days ago.
Okay.
In
I
your
don't know.
country, in your culture, bitch.
What the?
What the fuck is wrong
What?
with you?
I
Like,
don't know.
what is your
What
problem?
the fuck wrong with
I'm not.
you?
I'm not.
Stay
I'm
out
not.
of all. I wasn't raised like you. The men around me wasn't raised like you. You not
Like me
gonna
how?
force it on anybody. Mind your own motherfucking business and stop begging us in
Whoa.
the arms of an angel ass bitch. Fly away
You're
from this
insane.
conversation. You don't hear me when I'm telling you. Get your
I'm
raggedy
saying
ass
that you're
on.
unhinged.
You raggedy
You're
bitch.
unhinged.
You
Buddha.
You
raggedy.
are
You
unhinged, my
green
love. I don't
card
know what I've done.
hustling raggedy ass bitch.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
Wanna be an anchor baby.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. Like I said, if
Exactly,
you want
bitch.
somebody to
It
be off
sounds
the panel,
good.
that
You
is up to
speak
you.
the
You do
queen English.
control what
How
we
are
talk about.
you doing?
The
I do
power.
not,
I
bitch.
respect my elders, so I'm not
Hey
gonna
yo,
say anything
hey
about
yo,
that.
y'all
I
should
Yeah.
do.
wouldn't
Okay.
give a fuck. I
Hey yo,
wouldn't
y'all
give
should
a
do
fuck.
dollar a minute,
You
yo.
want to
Dollar a
talk about
minute.
it? Let's talk about it. You're looking me in my eye, you raggedy ass sneaky bitch.
Wow.
You can play games with these men and use your accent to think you pretty. I'm a dog walk your ass. Get the fuck up out of
Okay.
here. They got a foundation. It's
Sherry Berry.
me, bitch.
Sherry Berry. What's
I
Sherry?
said what I said. I'm from the hood, Sharon, and I don't like sneaky bitches.
What the hell?
Hey,
Thank
Teron, I'm
you.
so sorry. Hey, I'm so sorry. I
What?
can't stay. I just want to ask Daryl a question. I'll let somebody else. I'll let somebody else talk.
Go get
I
your
interrupted. My bad.
Japanese mom that was
My bad.
left in Vietnam and quit crying over here. We tired of your crying ass too. Your mammy got fucked by Vietnamese. By a bitch. Tell your mommy she sucked it for a long time. I'm tired of your ass. I'm tired of you too. Now, if
Yo,
you
you
want
good?
to get to know your black family, come in here with some respect.
Hey yo, respect
And
her
eat
gangster.
collard
What happened?
greens, bitch. Eat collard greens that's
Why?
not boiled out. I'm tired of you.
Why should she eat collard greens? Is it like a? Is it
Hey,
like a? Is
what?
it
Oh, I'm
benefit?
so sorry. Sorry. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, welcome to the stage, the beautiful Jet Li. How you doing today, Jet Li?
Hi, you guys. I'm listening in the background. I know Lay don't curse out her elderly, but I fucking do. Miss Sherry, you wrong as fuck. And I came up here to defend motherfucking Lay. Lay don't talk crazy to no motherfucking body. Miss Sherry, you went off on Lay for no reason. You are wrong as hell. I'm Ados, so
Oh
I
God,
live
don't
over
get
here
scared
so we
now.
can
Don't get
go back
scared
and forth,
now.
Miss Sherry. Lay don't do anything to anyone. She's very respectful. She doesn't really yet raise her voice. Lay is pregnant right now with life, and you stressing her the fuck out, Miss Sherry. You wrong as hell. You called her all kinds of bitches and everything else you can think of, Miss Sherry. While people are talking about you being drunk in the fucking chat, and I'm over here defending your ass, and then you come up over here and do this shit, Miss Sherry. I love you, but you fucking wrong. And the only reason why
Super
I
chat,
came up here
Sharon.
is
Yo,
because
Miss
Miss
Sherry, we
Sherry
gonna holla at you
is
though.
wrong. Miss Sherry, you wrong.
I'm
Hey,
sorry
Daryl. Later,
for
I just have a question
I
for you
love
later.
you, Miss Sherry, but you're wrong.
Damn.
God,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I curse
I'm
my
sorry,
elders
Miss
out.
Sherry.
Fuck that.
But Christopher J says, Sherry, I
Thank you,
love you,
gently.
but you have to take a break.
I love
You
you, Lay. Girl, I
shadow
had to come
realm
up here for you,
for
Lay,
now.
because you too sweet. And guess like they say,
I like
you
the
the
Yu-Gi-Oh
motherfucker one
reference.
I'ma send for the kill shot. Because they gonna see me coming, but you can get close for the kill shot. No, we protect our motherfucking assassins. No, thank you,
Love
Miss
you.
Sherry.
Love you, gently.
All right,
Hey,
guys, I'm
hey,
going back to
Sharon.
the
Bye.
chat. I gotta
Hey,
go.
hey,
All
I
right,
was
yo,
gonna
get
Later.
you
say,
some
hey,
cough
it's
drops.
See you
not
later,
me.
Jimmy.
Gonna
Hey,
holler
all
at
I want to say, it's not me. Don't get
mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
that.
Hey, Teron, may I ask Daryl a question real quick?
Sure. Thank you,
Yes,
Christopher
bro.
J. Appreciate you.
Okay, hey, Daryl. Hey, I am not upset with you at all whatsoever, bro. I know you're laughing. Listen, I'm not mad at you at all because we spoke before in the past. You know, you could do whatever show you want on me, right? You know, I've never had an issue with you doing it, even if it's like, hey, let's challenge Dark Lake. I don't care. It's cool. It's Daryl Long. I'm cool with you. Like, I'm cool with being challenged, whatever. But can you please take my X off of that thumbnail? Would that be okay?
Yeah, it was the best photo to use because it was passport
Yeah, but
enticing.
she was here in the States, so I'm not a passport, bro. So that's one inaccurate.
It was meant
Okay.
to trigger the audience, but
Yeah,
fine.
I know,
Like,
but that's my ex. So like, if you could you could still keep me up there, like my image, and you can still do the show, whatever. But if you could just take my ex off of the thumbnail,
I
like,
put a random girl there in place of her, like a random.
sure, but she better be hot as fuck. That's all I gotta say.
All right, cool. It's gonna be like a woman from Thailand.
Can you do that right now though? Because I'm just a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable with my ex being up there. That's all I'm saying.
I got you, Dark Lady. That's
Okay.
an honorable request.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You guys have a great show. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me up here to ask that. Peace out, guys. See ya.
Okay, so now that we got some,
All right.
the people have spoken, and we are going to continue our great show that we've been having so far. I appreciate everybody being here. Let me check the goddamn likes. Have y'all been supporting the goddamn like button? Absolutely. We need 30 more likes. So everybody that's in the chat, I need your support, and I need you to hit the like button. That's what I need you to do. Hit the like button. 30 more of y'all. So if you are somebody that is watching and you are behind the goddamn wall, you didn't hit the like button, you need to. Effective immediately. Goddamn. Welcome, Dante. You know what? Y'all want to be disrespectful? Y'all want to be disrespectful? I got y'all. What's up, Dante? What's your thoughts?
What's up? I'm Sherry Berry, brother. What's up? Don't play with y'all. What's up, everybody?
That was really good. I thought I was like, what?
I really thought it was her. I was about to be like, what? She came back with a husband account?
What's your thoughts,
bless.
Dante?
All right, all this, the man is the prize. No. We are the men are the pursuers. We pursue women. That's why men are always being the thirstiest creatures on earth, because we do everything out our way to please the woman. That's why civilization is built.
Facts.
That's why the civilization is the way it is, because men built it around women. If women wouldn't here, we wouldn't have a goddamn thing to have any incentive to do anything to further on civilization if it wasn't women here. And that's it. That's all I want to say. My piece.
Absolutely. Thank you. So until we get the likes, until we get our 30 likes, we're going to have it members only. So you either going to become a member to continue the chat to keep on rocking, or you get the 30 likes up and we can keep it going. Shout out to Miss Space. She said, you are not going to silence me. She says, I am a solution-based gangster. Welcome to the gang. Appreciate you, Miss Space. Welcome. I'm glad that you are here. Good day to you. Go ahead, Darryl.
No, me. I was going to say, make sure you guys become members, et cetera, et cetera. I have very little to say. I'm trying to change this Dark Lake thing for him. But to the original topic, I don't think that people are really realizing what they're telling men when they go with men on the prize bullshit. You're creating a more effeminate man. No bullshit. You're creating a man that want roses when he get picked up. He want the woman to open his door. I just don't like the idea of that. I'm more with what Dante said. Women will always be the prize, and men are the pursuers of that prize. We compete for that prize. It is what it is.
Man, that's a great point, yo. And that's kind of undeniable. And you so right about that, bro. And that's probably why dudes are like kind of feminine now. You know, they don't even want to like you hear dudes online saying, I'm not even gonna try to talk to women. Like if you from the 80s or you from the 70s or 60s, because it seemed like as we going deeper into these years, guys are just like feeling like I'm the prize. And it's like, how you the prize if you the pursuer, you know? You know, at a certain point, are you only gonna like go after the women that pursue you? And then now you gotta ask like why they pursuing you. You know what I'm saying? Like she just saw you come out that nice car and now she coming up to you. Like that's the girl you gonna trust? You're gonna trust the shy girl that you had to pull up on, and you know, she like, oh no, I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pursue her, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get her attention, and like you gonna go after this chick that just pull up on you trying to holler at you. Nah, you're not even gonna feel comfortable doing that. Like
Absolutely.
the average
Shout
guy
out.
would not. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Shout out to the Fever. He became a solution-based gangster as we're going to keep mining out the goddamn truth. And also, when you are a member, your chat will be recognized as we do super chats. So that's also another incentive to become. Because Robert M says, these men want to be pursued. What's wrong with y'all? Why do you want to be pursued? Why do you want to lessen your masculinity by being pursued by somebody? But then again, we do have men that put on dresses and say that does not demasculate them. So maybe there is some men out there that are moving in more of a feminine way, maybe because they got more estrogen, maybe it's the hormones in these foods, whatever. And you know, people like us men that's on this panel that move in their masculinity and willing to embrace the responsibility of being a leader, because everybody is not willing to embrace the responsibilities of being a leader, and that is understood. So it is some men out there that is like that, and maybe, just maybe, they could deal with a more leader of a woman because they need to be led, and it's okay. And y'all men need to come out and say, yes, I want my woman to lead me, and I think it's fine if that's who you are. Because we talked about it earlier. Stop putting your representative out there. Paulo, what do you think about those thoughts right there?
Yeah, I agree. I think sort of absorbing what Dark Lake was talking about, I think I can sort of understand it from the idea that maybe he's talking about men putting on their Sunday's best as a way to approach women. And I guess where we differ is I'm not in my Sunday's best. I'm a jeans kind of guy with dirty boots on and flannel. I work outside. So
Nice.
why the hell should I wear my Sunday's best if that's not who I am? So I guess I've taken the time to absorb what Dark Lake is talking about. I can understand it, but again, what about your character now that you're not willing to put that forward?
That is a great question.
So wrong about your character that's not what you lead with.
That's a great question. Shout out to Kiki Sauce. She became a solution-based gangster that is going to deal with truth and nothing more until it sets you free. Shout out to Miss Space. She said, here's my super chat, Sharon, and good day to everyone. That's right, because you know when we push out that positive vibes, you get that positive vibes right back at you. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Space. So what is it about your character that you cannot be yourself? What is it about your character that you got to put a false representation of yourself? Why you cannot give the world your authentic self as you mining and improving every single day? What is wrong with you that you can't give that to the world and that be accepted?
All it is straight up, when it comes down to it, you're fronting. That's all I call it right there.
And shout out to all the solution-based gangsters. If y'all want to open back the chat so y'all can have a conversation with us, we need 15 more likes. So the people that's out there watching, we need 15 more likes, and then we will release the chat, and you can talk your shit again. It's up to you. 15 more likes. If you didn't hit the like button and you watching, it's up to you. Because you decide how we navigate this. Because this is not what's the word I'm looking for? A dictatorship. We are democracy. We listen to each other because that's the only way we're going to be able to build other people that's coming after us. It's the only way. What's your thoughts, Unlikely? Tezzy K, the young man on the team, 25 years old. What are your thoughts so far?
I was out to cry. I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear what you said.
Goddamn, awesome.
Step away from some coffee, man.
But look, I wanted to answer the one question about who is the prize. This might, you already know I'm coming from a different perspective, right? I think God is the prize. Because if I'm building my foundation on what God wants, naturally the family is gonna reach its destination.
Now, I agree with you, brother.
Okay, I mean, I don't think we can disagree. So, what about the unreligious person? What we say to them?
The unreligious person, I mean, shoot, based off foundation, uh, hey, it's up to them. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I believe we should always put God first before anything. I mean, not if you got different religions or different doctrines that you go by, you atheists or what have you. Hey, to each his own. But I believe that somebody, you should put something higher before you. Before you put anybody on the pedestal. Put God first.
Awesome. Let's get to this. Dr. Umar, he's been tearing up the space as of lately, as he normally do. He knows how to hack the algorithm. Let's see what Dr. Umar Johnson has to say.
Let's wait for the cookie. The more we will value you after we get it. Do you understand me? Time does matter. With that being said, I want you to understand this. With that being said, if a man respects women, it doesn't matter how soon y'all did it. And if a man does not respect women, it don't matter how long you made him wait. Make sure you know how he feels about women, and there's no better way to find that out than to ask him how he feels about his mother. And the last point, Queen, don't make the mistake of so many.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
So you got to ask a man how he feel about his mother, because that would determine how he feels about women in general. What do anybody immediate thoughts when they hear that? And also, we need 15 more likes, and we will release the chat. Go ahead. Anybody want to comment on the thoughts on men and a relationship with their mothers?
I don't agree with that.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Tezzy. Expound on that.
I really don't agree with that because I mean, I could love my mother, but then your mother have nothing to do with your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Now you already know I'm gonna come from a different perspective, right? Before anything, I'm supposed to put my woman first before my mother, anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the perspective that I come from. Put your woman first before your mother. That's all I gotta say about that.
Go
I don't
ahead,
think
Leah.
it's
You
your
said you had some
woman.
pushback. Go ahead, Leah.
It's not your woman that you're supposed to put first, it's your wife. So you can't just put any woman in front of your mother. I think that's a bit weird.
That's what I
Because
meant.
oh, okay, right, yeah, okay then. I think with that, I agree with Tezzy. I don't think that it's that it determines anything, because there's loads of people that can love their mothers, but still harbor some resentment, or I heard this guy once say that I think it was on a podcast on like these panel thingies, and he said that parents or mothers are your first bully, so you can love your mother but also harbor some like ill feelings towards them. So I don't think that that has anything to do with the other. But I don't know.
Great. Hey,
Yeah,
go ahead, Dante.
yeah. I bumped into quite few men that love their mother unconditionally and was womanizers. So yeah, I kind of agree with the young man what he was saying. I kind of get at what he was saying. Yeah, it's possible, and it also has something to do how he was reared too. You know what I mean? That's why how he was reared. That's it. I think that got something to do with that too.
Okay. Hey, Paulo, what's your thoughts?
I think there are some elements of truth to what Dr. Umar's talking about. But towards the later part, that certainly wasn't the case for me, and certainly not the case for the men that I have conversation with. The better question is, how do you view your father? Is he a role model to you, and how was he with your mother? If you really want to gauge a man's perspective on how he will treat women, ask him about his father and how he treated his mother.
Wow, that was I think that was pretty impactful.
Yep, that goes back to how he was raised and reared.
That was pretty impactful. Say that one more time, Paulo, please.
Fathers should be the barometers for women in how they engage men. The relationship a son has with his father and his perspective on his father and how he treated his mother is the best way to gauge how a man sees women.
Yep. 100, brother. That's why it's always important to have a father in the house, you fucking bandits.
I don't actually think that that's necessarily true either. I think there's nuances to everything, obviously, but I don't actually think that's thingy either. Because for example, my husband's father was a womanizer. He had his mother, yes, but he had children, like, I don't know, 15 kids outside of their marriage, and my husband still like thought he was the eldest. Still to this day, there's people popping out saying, "Oh yeah, I'm your brother. I'm your, you know what I mean? I'm your sister. I'm this. I'm that." So I don't necessarily think he looked at his father and mother's relationship and thought, "This is not what I want for my life." And so some people, smart people or wise people, learn from other people's mistakes. So they see what's happened and they think that is not going to be me. So yeah, I think there's nuances to everything.
So, but the thing is, what Paulo's talking about, he's more talking about to the generalization of young men. But go ahead, Paulo. I see you hopped off mute. Go ahead. I'll let you defend yourself.
I'm not defending much of what I've said. You've proven the point I was making in the sense of, I would like to assume that if you had that conversation with your husband and said, "Look, why are you different from your father?" that conversation will most likely go along the lines of, "I didn't want to be him because of the way he was with my mother and the way he was with other women. I wanted to be someone else." And he gave me great examples of who a man shouldn't be. The father is still a barometer to how a man decides his fate, right? So I'm not saying that men will revere their fathers to the end regardless of how they act, but they are a big influence in terms of how we engage in the world with women. We either choose to walk in their path or we choose to go against them. And they're the best example for us as men.
So you would agree that there's nuances to everything that you just said, right?
Yeah, but so I didn't make a statement to say that men follow their father's footstep all the time or 100%. What I was speaking more to is that fathers become the barometers for men in terms of how they treat women. We either decide to be like our fathers or go against the grain and be the complete opposite. But they are still our reference.
Great point.
Great. Can I ask you a question, brother? Do you think men have a choice? Men have a choice. So let me try to. So you're saying we have a choice, no matter how we was raised in the house, we have a choice when we get grown and get on our own. We have a choice whether we want to, like you said, whether we want to be like the person that raised us, or we want to stray away from that.
They're the closest thing to us. So my thing is, my mother passed away when I was 6. So did my childhood, right? So I didn't have that influence of a mother, and I never viewed women from that perspective anyways. My father was my model in the way that when my mother was alive, who he was as a man and how he carried himself, his character. And that's who I try and model myself against. No, so if my father was the complete opposite, I most likely would inherit some values from him in that way. But again, I think as adults, we've got to make that decision, and absolutely, it is a choice. And they are the closest examples to us, whether they're present or not.
Oh, okay, okay. So, not to stray away from the subject, but that goes just you got a lot of bandits on YouTube that say they want to put it on single mothers why men act the way they act. But I'm glad that you clarified something up for me. Thank you.
I don't think. Hey, do y'all think? Well, specifically, they said black men do not. They degrade. They shame virgins. Do anybody here agrees with that statement?
They don't like dating virgins. I would
Yeah,
never
I don't like dating
sympathize.
virgins. I've said
They
that
don't like
publicly.
dating
I don't
virgins.
I don't date virgins. That's one thing I don't. But I don't shame them. But men do shame women who are virgins. That's a
Wow,
fact. But I don't date virgins. Also,
that's kind of wild. I mean,
Wait
but
a minute. Hold on. Now look, I think I can dive deep into that, right? I think the philosophy is that they don't want to coach that woman because if you already had a lot of sex, kind of like me, right? I'm still a virgin because I want to get married before I have sex anyway, right? So it's like I guess men think they don't want to have to coach a woman into giving them what they like or uh I don't know how it goes. I mean, I don't agree with that philosophy. I think it's kind of off, but I think that's the reason why a lot of guys say that though.
for
So
me,
I've been told things like, I don't want to hurt you. You're like, like, I don't want you to be too attached. I don't want this. I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's
yep, I'll say that.
definitely, they don't like it. It's not
Nah,
for them. As soon as they hear you're a virgin, it's like, ooh, and
at
then they
my
skirt
age
back.
too, with my experience, it's not suitable for me to have a woman who's a virgin. Like I actually prefer a woman who is sexually mature, right? Like men will be like, how you know she not a deep throat? Cause she deep throat. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I care about what we got going on. I don't want a woman who can't please me. Just that simple. So, and I'm not immature or insecure enough to be like, oh, she did this with these other niggas. I don't care about what that. You know what I mean? Let's go get tested so we can make sure we both good. After that, let's fuck.
damn. So I think I'm in the age bracket that me and you are in. I think it would be harder for us. Well, for me, it would be
Very
absolutely,
hard.
but to find somebody that has a great sound mind that know how to communicate and be a productive human being at our age, be a virgin, it might be something else underlying with her. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that is a fact, but that might be a little alarming to a man of my age. However, a man of Tezzy K's age, I think that is absolutely harmful to shame women that is in his age bracket, meaning 20 to 25, and shame those women about being virgins. That is absolute nonsense. And more men like Tezzy K gonna have to come out, and he gonna have to bring all these 20 to 25-year-old virgins telling other young women that it's okay to come out, and we got to find a way to make a space for them where they could just be around each other and let nature be nature. People that are like-minded, that want to be in relationships, long-term relationships, and allow them to be themselves without being shamed, because that doesn't make any sense. That woman that is in the dating range that's hopefully holding on to their virginity because they don't want to just give it away to anybody is being shamed for it, and that men are just promoting this whole culture. That's
And
insane.
women shouldn't be shamed for their virginity. Now they
Absolutely.
shouldn't be shamed for that. The only people that are shamed is the people that want to have sex. But they shouldn't be shamed for them being virgin, conserving their virginity. No, 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 no. Like
Hey, Paula, if you was in the day market and at the age you are now, you meet a virgin, are you looking at that person sideways, or are you gonna allow that person to like, how would you look at it? Somebody your age was a virgin. Do you um
So this is where a bit of my arrogance will come out. So my philosophy is, if I'm with you I want the experience of being with me to be an everlasting thing. I don't care about the woman pleasing me. It's the other way around. So it's the experience of being with me that I want to be taken away from that experience. So when it comes to virginity and things like that, I don't have this idea of shaming women for not being able to have sex in a great way. That's I don't know how most people look at it, but to take a woman's soul is, maybe it's a different philosophy, but that's who I am.
Yeah, because it's a very difficult thing, because like we want people to be more disciplined. So how are we going to like shame somebody for moving in their discipline, whether it's a religious thing or because they just don't want to give their body away to anybody? They want to save that, and it's sacred to them for whatever reason. It's sacred to them. How are we going to start shaming them? And it's a lot for me to take in and to digest, and I really have to digest that and how I can formulate my thoughts around that. That is that's why we should not be shaming people for being disciplined. That's like shaming somebody for for going running miles, doing push-ups, saving money, building, getting a house, providing for their family. That's like the same to me in my sense. Like that is a form of discipline, and discipline is an awesome thing in human beings.
I'm going to speculate here, Sharon, and go back to an earlier point of men want to be catered to. I think a big part of pop culture, especially when it comes to romantic interest in sexual dynamics, is that men are now looking at women to be catered towards them and their sexual needs. And it's a speculation, but that's what I see in pop culture, especially in our music. So the conversation around that is, oh, if a woman doesn't give great head, then she's less thin. So, let me teach you how to do it.
And so that's one part I did agree with what he just said. Umar Johnson, is that if a man respects women, it doesn't matter if he gets it on the first date or not. He's still going to be able to understand what your character is. And if a man disrespect women, it doesn't matter if you make him wait 3 months or a year. He's still going to treat you with disrespect. So it is the character of the man, son, that we was also talking about earlier. I don't believe it has anything to do technically how he feels about his mother. Is my only pushback with that. But we could keep mining through that with what Dr. Umar was saying. So far we slightly disagree with everybody here except for Leah. We do not agree with the fact that you need to be concerned about his relationship with his mother. It's more of the relationship of him and his father, as in a general sense of the 51% or greater.
No,
So
I agree
yes, it's
with
going to
you.
be. Oh, okay, you do agree. I'm sorry, I apologize. It is someone
Yeah,
else
I
that
said.
it can happen, but I think it's more to his relationship with his father that counts more.
Oh, many sisters who look for men who they have something in common with, right? We both psychologists. We both watch the reality show. We both like to read. We both like the beach. That's superficial. You should be looking for whether or not y'all share the same values. He like to spend money. You like to save money. You want to have a lot of children. He don't want none. You believe in a relationship with God. He don't believe in God. You believe in saving for retirement. He wants to live for today. Study a man's values and make sure you can live with what he believes in. And the last thing, I know I said 3, but I'm
that right there, I might have to agree 100% on
I
that part.
addressed it.
Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
I
yes.
addressed this before on my channel, Shrine. But first, I want to say shout out to MJ with her $20 cash app, and shout out to Miss University with her $20 cash app as well. I just want to say thank you, ladies. But we
That's
already
right, y'all.
addressed this.
Support your host, goddammit. That's what we do. We have to show love and support for building great content, building great conversation. Support your host. Tip your damn host. We got PayPal, we got Cash App, we got Super Chats, we got memberships on both parties.
That's
so
fact.
share the love. Go ahead, Darryl.
No, about to say, yeah, we addressed this already. Dr. Umar was not giving this woman sound advice, right? I think that, and I said this before, I think Dr. Umar is very intelligent. I had a chance to meet with him in person, spoke with him a few months ago on the phone. Very good man, right? But nevertheless, I do not believe that he should be giving relationship advice to women, right? I think that what he was attempting to do was say, you know, young lady, work on your mental health, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he has the right to do those things. I do not believe that Dr. Umar should be giving black women advice because he himself does not have the he has no wife. He has no love in his life. He doesn't have a queen yet that can really validate that part of his life. And on top of that, the advice that he gave, it was every single word of it was wrong, right? We went over it with Lay. I think she was there. Gently was there. Safai was there, of course. The ladies was there, and they all agreed, because this is a full interview from Harley Initiated, Sharon, who I am in touch with, so I'll tell you about that later. But the entire interview was kind of him shaming women when I'm used to him speaking up about men getting their shit together. I don't think that a woman that young lady's age should be taking advice from Dr. Umar, and that's just my opinion.
Wow, I did not expect that. Shout out to Renee for the $10 sticker. Shout out to you, Renee, supporting your host.
Thank you so much, Renee.
We appreciate you, Renee. So I think let's go with other people. Go ahead, Dante Adams. You originally said you agreed with what Dr. Umar said. Go ahead.
I don't think I exactly said I agreed with him. I think I agreed with give me a second, man. I'm doing something.
No problem. Go ahead, Paulo Fessa. You have any thoughts on this portion of the video?
Yeah, I think what he's saying is very sound. But hearing what Daryl's saying, so I'm not familiar with Dr. Umar, but again, there's when it comes to us as men, if you're going to offer any word of endearment, even to the point of advice, you have to have the outcome first. It means nothing if you're offering things where the result's not there for you in the first place.
I agree, Paulo. It's like me telling you, like, even though I have an LLC, it's like me telling you, hey, man, let me tell you how to get a Series A, Series B loan. And then you literally ask me, how many Series A and Series B loans have you had? 0. What am I talking to you about then? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, I can get my thoughts. I agree with 80%. No, 70% of what Daryl said, because you got to have some proof of, for a woman to back you up. But then he was talking about the value system. The value system I agree with 100%. So that's all I got to say about that.
So yeah, I think the value system, I think it makes sense. If you are a woman of God, then you should be with a man that is of that same value. If you're a woman that wants to save her money and build financial stability through saving, and he's somebody that he's living his life like YOLO, I only live once, as you need to have a different value standard. So those things I agree with it. And I think a lot of people's reason why I named the title the way how I named it, a lot of people think that compatibility is their commonalities. They think because we both work here that we are in common. We both got the same degree that we are common. Or we in the same neighborhood, or we like to go hiking together. That does not mean you are compatible with each other. Your values is what's going to make you compatible with a long-term partner and make it through a successful long-term partnership, because I think a lot of people are scared to say the word marriage. So for them right now, I'm gonna try to stay away from the word marriage, because a lot of people feel that the marriage laws is detrimental to them for whatever reason. I disagree. I'm trying to mind that out if I should continue that way, but a lot of people are more comfortable with the word long-term partnership for whatever reason.
They surround. So commonalities pretty much means if you like to read, if my girl like to read a book and I like to read books, that's what that is.
Like y'all read the same book.
Yeah.
Y'all both read 48 Laws of Power. It's not the same as if she reads novels and you read self-help books. No, like y'all read the same book. Y'all watch the same movies. Y'all like the same food. Like that don't have nothing to do with actual compatibility. That's just like y'all have things in common.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
To give you this, you can never change a person. When you meet that man, Queen, ask yourself this and be honest with yourself. Can I live with him as he is if he never changed for the rest of my life?
I'm sorry, but when I just hear that clip and I take him out of it and I just listen to the words, I have to agree with that.
On that point, yes. On that point, he's right. Men are not going to change for a woman. Men are not going to stop cheating for you. They're not going to work harder for you. They're not going to do these things. They have to already want to do those things, right? A man's natural resource is a woman. Leadership is a feminine perspective, right? A lot of these men do not know how to lead in their own lives, right? This is why a lot of these men, they think that they are the prize. They think that they are to be sought after because they do not want to do the work that it takes to get themselves in a position to get the woman that they want. Not the work to get her, but to put yourself in a position where you can get the woman that you desire, right? And like Paulo was saying earlier, some men don't even think that his woman is the prize. Some men, like Paulo, believe that the union is the prize. What they create together and what they leave as a result of their unionship to their children, to their grandchildren, that is the prize for some men. But if we allow men to continue to cripple themselves because they want to walk around in a mentality believing that they are the prize, meanwhile, if you look at statistics, the black man in particularly is at the bottom. So you in no way can be the prize when you run no governments, when you run no institutionalized government. You don't do nothing. The best thing for you to do is to accept the leader that is the woman in the black community and then fall beneath her and submit to her. I think a lot of these men, like even Dr. Umar, he's saying that he's telling this young lady men will never change. Well, he's a great example of that. He's not married. He's about to be 50. He's been preaching for years. And again, I met with Dr. Umar in person. You all saw the picture of us together. I financially support Dr. Umar, but it doesn't change the fact that when it comes to relationships, he's not the man that I would listen to. I would be much more privy to take advice from Sharon. I'd be more, I would even in some cases take advice from other married men in these spaces, right? A trio, right? Even Damien, who was here. But in this situation, he is an example of the bandit that he's telling her to stay away from. You're 40, you're unmarried. You're about to be 50, unmarried. But to you, the black woman is the goddess mother of the earth. Then marry her, right? Marry her. Because if Dr. Umar was to take a fucking litany test or whatever the lion test and ask him, have you been fucking? Have you been bringing women value down? Of course he has, right? He's the prince. He's a prince of Pan-Africanism. But I just ultimately feel like he needs to stay in his lane and teach about Pan-Africanism, right? But Sharon is not African. His wife is not African. None of us here are truly following Pan-Africanism, which is why I believe when he goes into relationship advice, some of the stuff, it sounds right. Like what he just said, Sharon was right. Some of these niggas not going to change. Sharon probably told his daughter that. He probably told his granddaughters that. But the rest of the advice he was giving, I'm not really with that. But men will never change for you ladies. Save yourself. That's a fact.
You're right.
So
black man cannot be the prize. I want to piggyback on what Daryl was talking about just piggyback to this little what Daryl had brought up about black man not on black man can't consider themselves being the prize because they for one, we're not economically on top of the game like every other race of people in this country. We have no political power or influence. And that's why that little high value little thing that's going on around here. No black man and no black man can't be high value when another group of men can take your resources and your freedom away from you. No, we're not high value. Just ask Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and I'll yield the floor.
So, but that correlation is confusing to me because just because that man is black and he did something wrong and he's being held accountable by public and the court of law doesn't mean that he is less of value or another race of man got some power over him. That's the power of the people, not the power of a race of people.
But who which group of man calling the shots for that? Which group of man enforcing their power?
The ones that get elected.
White
No,
man,
no,
white
no.
the white man.
No, absolutely not. The ones that get elected. You have the power to influence your local
and that's the white
community
man
and get elected. No, that's not the white man. That is not the white man. Absolutely not. Anybody can get elected in this country. We got to stop pushing this remedial rhetoric like we do not have the power. People are afraid to get into the government and get into law firms because they believe in that ideology that they don't have no power. That's one thing that we have to stop doing. We got to push and breathe life into people that feel like they don't have a voice. There's another reason why I built this platform as well, because no, we are not going to allow people to say that the white man is controlling this country. No, it's the people that get elected. We the people controls.
I got a little example for you. So why across this country that all neighborhoods is being gentrified?
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Because
wait a minute.
of course, across America, since America has been founded, it's been gentrified. It's been gentrified. It's been getting gentrified
that goes back to shows.
Since people started learning how to construct things. We've been gentrifying the world. Everywhere is being gentrified.
That shows you black man don't have no power in the economy system.
Jerron,
we have no power in the economy system. That shows you we don't have no power in the economy system.
Hey, Dante.
And what's up?
Listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might be young, but I'm gonna say this, right? The people have the power to change the laws. The people have the power, bro. Not the government. We got to get off this.
Yeah, we gotta stop believing. We gotta stop believing in this oppression talk and saying that we don't have power. No, that is a lie. I got the power to vote. I got the power to go ahead and campaign and make changes in my community. And if I could keep motivating people, I could move through the ranks of the government as I educate myself better and get more people to be aligned with my ideology and how I plan to move communities forward, or states forward, or the country forward. No, we have the power. We cannot put the power in other people, and we cannot tell people that is younger than us, that's coming in after us, that they do not have the power, that they are less than. They are not less than. We cannot be telling our young black boys, because that's what y'all want to talk about, and telling that they got to work twice as hard as some white man. No. That is detrimental to his goddamn confidence. We got to tell him that, yes, you could be who you want to be. It's going to be hard work. It's not going to be easy, but yet it's simple. You have to put the work forward. You yourself, your being got to be your best foot forward at all times. You always got to move forward. You got to implement great things in your life today, not tomorrow, because that's a procrastinator's job. The procrastinator's favorite day of the week is tomorrow. And this is what we were talking about earlier, is how you build confidence in younger men. It's telling them that who they are, as long as you're moving forward and you have some great self-reflection of yourself, that is going to build confidence in a man, any young man. We're not going to be out here spewing bullshit remedial rhetoric saying that black men don't have no damn power. Are you crazy? You want to tell me my black son don't got no goddamn power? Are you crazy?
All right. All right. It's like this. How many black people have you seen that's sitting on the Senate? How many black people do you see sitting on Capitol Hill, making laws and handing down legislations or what have you? How many?
I haven't looked up the numbers. We are not the majority in that case. However, you saying that Asian people are not the majority in that case. An Indian person is not the majority in that case. And guess what? Asian people can move their community forward without all those people being in those places. So we have to stop it. That is not where the power comes from. You have to motivate your community to move as one. We
You
got
talking
these.
about you
We
talking
have
about
these.
motivating a community.
Yes,
We
you
have
have
we
to
don't
motivate your
control our
community
community.
because
We do
it's
not
not
control the
about.
economy in our community.
Yes, you can. And we start promoting young men to understand that they have great confidence, that they have great power. They could move forward because once they start thinking of themselves as better, they will move as better. They will take down this mask and this fake facade of this. I gotta put my best foot forward, and them themselves be the best foot forward for the community. That's what we gotta promote. We gotta get rid of this remedial rhetoric that black people are less than anybody else in this country. No, we are not less than. Never was. We cannot tell our young people that they are less than when they was born, that they're born with a lesser value than somebody else in this country. No.
No, we ain't less than. But I know we don't have a strong hold in the economics in our own community. I know that.
Hey, listen, everything takes time to move forward. And I know one thing for sure, talking down on somebody is not a positive way to move forward.
I don't call it talking down. I call it constructive criticism.
When I'm telling you that your ideology is talking down. Because I speak to
All right.
young men all the time. They feel less than when you talk like this.
Look.
We got to bring life. We have two options when we talking to younger people. We could bring life or we could bring a knife to their confidence. Which one are you bringing? We can embrace them and tell them these are the things that this is the way how you have to move and navigate. You got to have a vision in front of you. You got to have a 5 and 10 and 20-year plan in front of you. And as you're knocking off each one, you're knocking off something new off your list. You cannot get everything all at once. There's a reason why it takes time to build wealth. There's a reason why it takes time to be even eligible to be a president. It takes time, and so this way they don't have a misconstrued time frame for themselves. And they believe in themselves and that they could achieve things. That's how we got to talk to our youth. Not say, look at this man at the same age as you. He got a house and all this. So what? His timing ain't your timing. You are individual. His results might not be your results. Y'all might do the same exact thing. That's why we are a competitive country. Because we could all have the same degree, but we're not all going to have the same circumstances after that. Stop telling these young men that they are less than. They are not.
Now, what I was saying before I got interrupted, man, the whole thing is, it's like, I don't know if it has something to do with culture, but I figured out that it's really the people that can shape the government and that can shape the community. It's really not the power to be in the government. It's not the government doing it itself. It's not the actual people that's at the top doing it itself. I think it might be because of ignorance and people just don't realize it, or culture, or different types of beliefs. And I really think that has something to do with it. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, I want to say we are 9 likes away from the goal. So can we please get 9 more likes? I appreciate everybody that's here. Let me get 9 more likes. Hey, Paulo Fessa, what is your thoughts on the current conversation at hand?
I'm taking sort of a middle ground here. I think there is a need for encouragement, especially when we're speaking into the youth. But there's also need to be an establishment of what the reality is. Now, when we're talking about a group of people who have been subjugated to a certain financial standing, absolutely, there needs to be power in the way that we speak to each other. I face similar things here, not to the degree that you guys are facing there in the States, but the Pacific community here have adopted the same sort of movement as the rise of the BLM movement. So we've adopted a lot of that, and it's been growing ever since then. And the biggest issue that I'm finding here is that we're speaking weakness into, especially our young men. That you're weak, that the way you are is not accepted, and that there's nothing else you can do about it other than basically bend the knee. And I think that's absolutely false. And a big part of my involvement in my career is to prove those rhetoric wrong. And I came from the islands that these people come from. A vast majority of the people that fight me in those sort of issues are people who weren't born in my soil. So it's always been an interesting conversation. But yeah, there is a acknowledgement of reality, but also at the same time, we've got to speak power to people.
Absolutely.
Especially young men.
Absolutely. I agree 100% with that. And that goes to show you that it's not just a black thing. We got to stop assuming that we the only people that are going to do something over here. The world is huge. It's a lot of young men, period, that is going through confident problems and issues. And we got to build up these young men, no matter of the race, because we got to have people a better character. So the things left behind can get better. That's what we got to build.
How can we? I'm gonna ask you a question. How can we get there then?
I need 7 more likes. It starts with our rhetoric and how we talk to one each other, how we build each other up. It starts there. It starts with a thought. Everything that exists in this world starts with our thoughts and then the words. And then
it's going to start. It's going to start with economics with us, brother.
I'm not
saying.
Hold on, Dante. Everything on this planet Earth started with a thought, then our words, and then an action. You cannot put the cart before the horse. It doesn't work that way. Go ahead, Leah.
Can I just say that I feel like acknowledging that you say are not in the place that you should be, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because it's the reality. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I would say is, like, Asian people, African people that come to Europe or the West to succeed, they always tell their children, you have to be better than the people that are here. Like, you do have to work twice as hard. You do have to, and that's the reason why they tend to overachieve. Now, also, when you're talking about government and stuff, I don't think that government is really where the power is at. I think there's such thing as lobbying, things as private businesses and things of that nature that pay governments to do exactly what they want them to do. So really and truly, government is like a mouthpiece, and people that pass the laws that the actual private companies are. This is the reason why you see, like, so for example, Asian people don't focus on being in government. They focus on being the CEO of companies. They focus on getting into private businesses because they understand where the real power is. I feel like that is where we need to be. Like, you don't need to be a basketball player. You don't need to be a football player. You don't need to be an NFL player. You should concentrate and teach your kids, which is what that there are other things out there. Do you know what I mean? There are other things, other avenues that you can go to be successful and to achieve that power that you're looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I was saying.
Shout out to the Gurkha legend. Great conversation, Sharon. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Gurkha. Make sure you are tipping your host. Make sure you're supporting things that you enjoy. That's not. It doesn't. It's okay to.
Let me ask you a question, Sherrod.
Yes.
Just a question. Do you believe that these corporations have an influence in the political system?
They money do, yes.
That's why I said it's gonna the only way we're gonna gain our independence in this country as Black people is through economics.
So the problem is that you move a little too far ahead. So that company started off with a thought. I want to build this company. And then they started saying the words out loud. And then they start putting the action to that thought and those words. And it built up to where now they have power. Because so it starts very small. And then it snowballs into the giant that it is now. Now it has power and influence. Guess what? Tesla didn't just open up and it just was that. No, it started off as goddamn PayPal. That's what gave him the power to push out Tesla. It started somewhere else and it snowballed into this greatness that it is today. We cannot just look at a company and say, oh, look, this company is moving numbers. That shit started somewhere. It has a beginning. In the beginning, it's somebody believing in themselves. So we cannot tell people, we cannot tell young people that they are less than, because even though it's going to be some outliers that's going to make it out of telling somebody that, the percentage shows that it does not work. Young kids, they learn better through positivity, not through negativity. The more encouragement you give a young person, the more they strive to be better. That is the facts. That is the statistics.
You may take it as that,
and
but I'm just saying that we're at the bottom of the economic chain.
What I'm saying is that
we're at the bottom of the. We're at the bottom of.
What I'm saying is
politics.
this. Hold on, Dante. What I'm saying is this. Your rhetoric is going against those statistics. When you're talking down on a whole generation, a whole race of people, that is going against the statistics. If we want a certain demographic to be better, we ourselves got to be better, and we got to let them see better and encourage them to be better, and through positivity, not through negativity. Because the statistics shows that is the best way to do it, not these one-offs.
Like I say, I'm not. You can take my my talking points the way you want it, but I'm saying we as black men, as a black nation in America, we are not at the top or in the middle of the economic food chain. We're at the bottom. And I'm gonna say this again: we have no political influence. We have no political influence. And like I said, when it comes to corporate America, we at the bottom when it comes to how many black industries do you know? How many black industries do you know that black man had?
So here's the problem right. Here's the problem right here, and you don't even realize that you are speaking. You don't even realize you're speaking. You don't even realize. You don't even realize. I got you. You don't even realize that you are speaking oppressive rhetoric right now. You know what? You know what Martin Luther King fought against, because it says a black fountain and a white fountain, and you over here you are trying to promote a black corporation versus a white corporation. No, just be a corporation and build the. That's what we have to do. We have to teach our youth to just build. We cannot teach them to separate. We cannot teach them.
Yes or no?
We
you can't even answer my question. Are black men in the industry? Yes or no?
We cannot teach them. You are wrong,
there
sir.
You go. There you go.
You are wrong. We cannot teach these people this.
Are we in the industry? Yes or no?
What are you asking?
Are black men are in the industries? Yes or no?
Yes, we are in these industries. Are you?
How many? So if I lose my job, I can go to a black man, right? So if I lose my job right now, I can go to a black man because we're in the industries like that.
Yes, you can.
Oh my!
You just don't know about them.
Hey, Sharon, I like that comment right there.
No, just say your piece.
Because
say your piece. I don't know what comment you referencing. Just say your piece.
Oh, his name is, I don't know if it's a woman or a girl.
Just repeat it.
Let me see. This person said, oh yeah, he said, I don't know if it's a girl, he said, Jesus didn't own earthly palace, walk around, drip and go. His power was living, doing no sin. I like that comment.
Okay.
And that answered the question to Dante.
God, iterate it. What you mean?
Hey,
pretty much meaning.
Carry on. I just want to say, look, thank you for having me up, and to the rest of the panel, thank you for sharing your time with me. I've got to run. Duty calls, and again, it's always a pleasure to jump on and have the conversation.
Thank you, Paulo. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you keep coming back. You're a great voice to have over here, so I appreciate you.
Likewise.
Now, go ahead, Tezzy. Tell me what you're trying to explain.
Now, that comment, I know what that comment meant, and it's pretty much living in no sin, pretty much meaning it's like people got to stop being selfish. And the only way you can be in real power is pretty much discipline, selfishness, and actually moving towards a goal that helps out others. The problem today is that people live in selfishness, and it's all about greed, power, money, cars, and fame. So that's all I gotta say about that.
And I want to say we need 6 more likes, everybody. We need 6 more likes. We are almost at the mark. Please let me get 6 more likes. I think Dante means well, but I just don't think he understands that you do with the rhetoric that you're spewing that it's going to be more detriment than help to the young community. We need to build with life and not with a knife. If you was to walk through that door and you are having a bad day and your woman greets you like, why you late? Why you did this? Why you ain't this? Where have you been? You are going to react a certain way. And so these young black men in life, when we are just beating them down, they are already getting beat down by society. Then they come home for guidance. Then you beat them down there. That is why they are in the place that they are in. We have to, first of all, be the first example. That's number one. And then we don't have to be able, after we are the example, now they would take our words and they will move as such. Just like how Darren Long just said, his words of Dr. Umar Johnson were great. However, he is not the example of his own words, and that is a problem. So us men, so Dante, if you want black men to move forward, then you need to change your economics. Not tell other black men to change it.
We need to have agency amongst the. We need to have agency amongst us. Period. We don't have agency like the other people, like them other demographic of people. It's like Umar Johnson. He's another example. Okay, he tried to raise money for his school. All right. How many black investors that came around and put into his school? We don't have agency like that.
Again. Oh, you gotta start doing it yourself first, because we don't know what that man really done behind the closed doors. We don't know if he's scamming or he's actually building. We have no idea.
Okay, mute yourself, Dante. You got the echo.
However, what we can say is that, hey, listen, I employed young black people plenty of times. I put money in their pocket. They came to me and said they needed a job, and I employed them, gave them a paycheck. They was able to pay their child support, pay for their housing, pay for their children. So for you to say that and look me in my face and say that black men are not doing their best, not trying, doing their best, because to try is to fail, doing their best to build something is a slap in my face. So
it's not a hole. Okay, that's good. You're showing agency.
It's not just good,
that, brother.
It's not just good. You yourself have to start being the change. You're gonna have to change your thought patterns, and then you have to change your words, and then you have to change your actions, and then other young men, you'll be able to catch one or two, and you could build them up, and they thoughts, they words, they actions are changed, and then they grab another two. Now, from just you one, you grabbed up 2 young boys, and then those 2 young boys, they grab up another 2, and that's how we multiply the effect.
Okay, brother. We can agree to disagree.
I like that.
Yes, sir. We got to learn to agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Shit.
And we need 5 more likes.
Man, Dante, I just explained it to you. I don't know. I didn't explain it too well, but I just pretty much explained it to you.
We need 5 more likes. Can we, the Solution Based Gang and Sip Nation, get 5 more likes for positivity and greatness and building? And not only just building, but building off our own content. Put in the fucking work. Moving conversations forward.
Somebody got a lot of background music too.
Can I get 5 likes?
Oh, my bad.
So we asking for. We are almost there. Where we at now? We need 3 more likes. Let's get it moving. 3 more. I know maybe if I keep begging, god damn, I can get it.
Bandits.
Hey,
the thing
well,
about it, I agree with and I disagree with both of you guys. At the end of the day, it's undeniable that collectively black men, whether they're doing good or bad individually, collectively black men are doing the worst. It's undeniable when you look at we can start at self-deletion rates in the black community. Who commits that more? Right? Black men, not black women. But they would say, well, black women, they're getting on all these different pills because the modern age. Well, I wish some of the black men would get on those pills too, because they going in the grave. I would debate anybody on that fact. Then when you look at education, right? Of course, there are more black men in prisons today than there are there are more black men in college today than there are in prison today. That's a fact. There's more. So that's where that goes to Sharon's point. Young black men are trying. They're not trying to be Snoop Doggy Dogg or Tupac Shakur. They actually want to go out and change society, right? Some of them. But that does not, like, their efforts today doesn't change what has happened since Dante was a young man to now. And that rings bells when we name cities like Chicago, right? When we talk about cities like Los Angeles, right? Detroit. The efforts of one man won't change those black cities. Because when we think about Detroit, Chicago, Los Angeles, right, Dante, do you think about the white neighborhoods or do people think about the black neighborhoods? When you think about success in Chicago, they don't think about most of the black people there. They think about the white people, the Jewish people. Those are people that are known to run in Chicago. When you think about the crime, the drugs, the violence, which group of men are they talking about when they say that they had to make gun laws, right? To protect the citizens, to protect the businesses where the black people even stay in. Which group of people are they talking about? And ultimately, I put it like this. Even with the nuclear family situation, because I respect the idea of it, but who is the ones who's really breaking it every day? It's black men. We are the ones that's not married, not getting married. We the ones who, and just to say this very quickly, we can just not have sex until all the women, you're not going to get no dick until you get married to us. But we would never do that because we believe in having sex. We promote horror culture. These things is true in our music. It's for true in how our fraternities move on campuses. Right? I mean, I can name a million different ways to point that out. All of this is because of black men. That's just.
And with that, we are going to close the show. We are
God
going
bless
to
y'all, man. God bless.
we are going to close the show. Shout out to my guy Daryl Long. Shout out to the Sip Nation. Shout out to the Solution Based Gang. Oh, hold on. CI Addict. He says for Daryl out of here. I'm sorry, but hey, see Addict, the show is closing. I apologize to you.
Bandit.
But we are closing out the show, so he was getting your ass up out of here.
Did he pay the double?
Anyway,
did he pay the double?
No, he paid a dub to get you out of here, but it is the end of the show nonetheless. So I apologize. So what we're gonna do for you, see Iron Addict, we are gonna put that $20 credit for the next show. We're gonna give you a $20 credit. All right. See, I say I'm tired of that shit. I appreciate you, Siak. So you do, without a doubt, you have a credit for the next show. Hopefully you'll be here, and whenever you see it, you could use it as you see fit. Thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate all the solution-based gangsters that became one today as we mine through the truth. Because that's what we are going to be dealing with here is the truth of any matter. We here to rebel against remedial rhetoric. Some of it was displayed today. I think we got down to some solutions. I think we got down to some agreements, some disagreements. And now we could go head over to Sip Nation's channel and see Iron. You could go harass him over there, because he's starting a show right now. So everybody go over there, show that man some love. Go social support, hit a like. When you hop in there, put SBG if you're part of the SBG gang. Salute. I will see y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. See y'all soon as we mine out this.